Ready? Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and we're back here on the campus of Telfair County High School for some afternoon high school basketball action. As today, the Wilcox County Patriots girls with a record of 10-5 come in and play your Telfair County Lady Trojans at a record of 12-3. Again, I'm joined by my co-host, co-anchor again, Jacob Harrell. Jacob, welcome aboard, man.
Oh, yeah, it's great to be here. I mean, it seems like we were just here, Mr. D.
I think we were just a little while ago, man. And Jacob, I'm excited. Looks like we're going to have a good ball game here this afternoon. Got two teams with double-digit wins already.
Oh, without a doubt. And yet again, we expect nothing less out of these Lady Trojans here coming in, leading the region.
Absolutely. And again, like we say, from a region standpoint, Jacob, I think Telfair, what kind of record does Telfair have?
Coming into today in Region 2A, Telfair's got a 10-0 record with Clinch behind them at 5-1, and you got Wilcox at 6-2.
That's right.
I was at 5-7.
No, 6-2 for Wilcox.
6-2 for Wilcox. Then you got Turner at 5-4, Eccles at 4-5, Lanier at 4-5, Atkinson at 2-6. Charlton at 1-8, and Irwin at 0-7.
And again, we're just getting ready for some action here. I want to thank our sponsors, the Telfair County Chamber of Commerce, Merchants and Citizens Bank, Deep and Deeper Cleaning, the Bank of Lumber City, and Telfair County Bank, the Telfair County Rec Department, and Telfair County Middle Schools. Again, to set the picture for you, Wilcox County's in the deep blue with the gold trim, gold numbers. The Telfair Trojans are in the white uniforms with the Colombian blue trim and the Colombian blue shoes, Jacob.
Oh, yeah.
And we're ready for action, and Wilcox County gets the ball first, number 30. Looks like she throws it out of bounds. That gives us a quick moment to set the picture for the Trojans. Alexius Clay, number 23. Brandy Mackey, number 24. Number 20, India Wells, out that away. Number 14, Elisa Troop. And number 22, Shayla Nelson, are your starters for the Lady Trojans. No score, just joining us first quarter. Lady Trojans working it around on the perimeter. A long shot, just missed number 20, India Wells. Again, nice job by the Trojan defense. Again, scrambling down, getting the ball a little bit. And they got a travel on there, Jacob. So the Telfair Lady Trojans get the ball. Again, thank you for joining us. Jacob, while we have a minute, we had over 200 views so far on the middle school games this morning. So we sure do appreciate everybody that has been tuning in.
Oh, yes. Thanks so much.
All right, the Telfair Lady Trojans with the ball. And again, make an errant pass. Wilcox County now has the ball. Number 25, Wilcox brings it in, passes it in. Number 15 with it. The shot misses it. Again, rebound was by the Trojans, still by the Trojans. The ball brought by India Wells. India passes the ball off. Number 23, Clay. Clay throws it in, and again, driving to the basket. I didn't pick by number 24, Brandy Mackey, but there was a foul on the play. Looks like Brandy will be at the line for the first free throws of the day.
Yet again, today, just like in the middle school game, these could be crucial.
Absolutely. And again, started off, missing the first one. And again, yeah, you're right, Jacob. Those came that could have come back to haunt us in that first game early at the middle school. Second free throw attempt is good. So 1 for 2. Brandy Mackey gets the first points of the game. It's 1-0 Trojans. Lady Trojans into a slight press. Again, doing a great job. Number 22 tries to get rid of the ball, which she does. They bring it in real quick, and again, a foul on the Trojans. It looks like number 30, Destiny Tisdale, will be the one going to the line for Wilcox County. 6 minutes, 38 seconds left here in quarter number 1. Your Trojans up 1-0. And the first shot by number 30, Tisdale, is good. First points for Wilcox. And the second one, rims in and out. Rebound by number 22, Shayla Nelson. And again, Alexius Clay brings the ball up. Again, sharp pass, three-pointer by number 20 is good. India Wells with the 3. Makes it a 4-1 game for the Trojans. Again, Trojans putting on A little bit of a press. Wilcox breaks the press, comes down, not able to score. Again, the rebound and bringing up by Brandy Mackey again. Going straight to the hole. Great job by Brandy. 3 points for her. This point, 6-1 Telfair. Again, Wilcox County brings it on up. And again, Jacob, it looks like Wilcox is having trouble with the shot close to the basket here in the early going.
Yeah, you're right. And you can tell that Wilcox is starting to really charge in right now. They're really trying to get that easy layup. They're going a little too fast here.
Exactly. Again, Wilcox passes around top of the perimeter, works it inside the number 15, who takes the shot, misses. Again, she gets her own rebound, and I believe she was fouled. Number 15, Alicia Dixon. Again, one of the things I noticed in looking, Jacob, at some of the stats is that the two best quarters scoring-wise for the Lady Trojans have been the first quarter and the third. So it's interesting they try to get off to a fast start.
Yeah, you're right. And there has been some cases where that has helped them and some cases where that's kind of killed them as well. Because I know especially in the last Elite Eight game that Mike and I called whenever we went down there, that they came out to a blistering start.
Right.
And by the third quarter, they were so completely winded that they went into the third with a lead and came out with an L. I mean, They basically just ran themselves to death for the first half, trying to go so fast and get so far ahead, is that they had no energy left to really defend the other team.
Exactly. And that can happen. Alexis Clay with a bad pass, but the Trojans get it back and scores. And I believe that was Brandy Mackey. Oh, thank you. Number 20, India Wells. Thank you. Again, Wilcox County ball knocked out by the Trojans. 5 minutes, 12 seconds left. Trojans up to an early 8-1 lead. Again, nice defense by the Lady Trojans. Again, number 22, Shannon Nelson with the rebound. Again, 23 with the shot, and it goes in. That's Alexis Clay's first points of the game. And Jacob, again, it looks like Wilcox had had its chances at the beginning, but the shots were not falling for them. And for Telfair, on the other hand, they've taken real advantage. And it looks like we have a 10-1, I was thinking 11, but a 10-1 game here.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. I mean, they're coming in, they're taking advantage of those opportunities here. I mean, we've landed a three-point shot or two, but what we've really done is get those, I guess you could say, deep or intermediate twos right there, and that's what we're really aiming for, to try to stretch that lead, and we're doing a good job at it. Like I said a while ago, we're not coming out at a blistering pace. I know these girls just naturally are quick, but they seem to be conserving the energy right now, which is good. They're using that quickness when they have to.
Exactly. Looking at both sides, Jacob, do you see much of a size difference between the two?
You know, honestly, I don't. To be honest, they seem to be a pretty evenly matched team as far as size goes.
Great job by number 24, Brandy Mackey, on the top. And again, the score puts it 12-1 Trojans. And again, Wilcox does seem to be having a little bit of problem for the most part consistently, Jacob.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, Wilcox kind of caught a break there on that ball. When it crossed half court, one of our girls knocked it out of bounds.
Again, number 25 looks like she's in trouble for Wilcox. Nope, they get the ball dished off. And a score by number 30, Destiny Tisdall, who has all three of the points for him at this point. Again, our stats are unofficial. We're not the officials. I don't always catch them good. Long three. Miss. Looks like there was a little bit of action underneath the basket there, Jacob.
I do believe so. That'll put.
Yeah, I believe Brandy's going to
put Brandy at the line.
No, she's going to bring it in.
She's going to bring it in, okay.
Having a little trouble. Nice job by number 20, India Wells, getting free. Long shot by number 23.
Oh!
Just went out by Jalexis Clay. I thought that thing just had that roll, Jacob.
That's one of those dreaded in and outs here, especially you hate those ones that roll around the rim and then come out.
Absolutely. Little change for Wilcox County. Number 14, Asa Montgomery's coming in for Destiny Tisdall. 9-point Trojan lead. 4 minutes left here in the first quarter. Long shot missed. Rebound by the Trojans. Still another rebound by the Trojans. Again, number 20, India thought about that three, but didn't. Mackey back again over to number 20. Back again, number 24 goes to the hole. Doesn't quite make it, but I think Brandy drew the foul.
She did.
And again, looks like a two-shot opportunity. And so far, it looks like there's 3 fouls so far on Wilcox here in the first quarter.
We're halfway to that bonus now.
I'd say first free throw was missed. Let's see about the second. And she missed. That'd be 1 out of 4 unofficially. Wilcox County trying to mount an attack to come back. Again, cross-court pass to number 15, and looks like a travel. Again, Jacob, unlike the middle school game, it looks like these referees are calling the physicality just a tad closer. Maybe not much, just a little bit.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, there's not that much of a difference, but it's enough there to notice.
Again, bounce pass, number 22 tries to get it and tries to save it. Nelson did, but unfortunately, well, we got it back. Beth Murphy, number 2, is in the game for the Lady Trojans now. Wilcox trying to get over the midcourt stripe, and a good steal by number 24, Brandy Mackey. Nice front court pass. And again, the score by India makes it 14-3. Almost a travel there by Wilcox. I tell you what, Jacob, I'm really impressed with this Lady Trojan defense here at the beginning.
So am I. I mean, you can see that was a great shot by the Wilcox player.
Yes.
But they're all over the place right now.
Number 25, Nicole Rucker with the 3. Again, Trojans again setting up shop. And like I say, very fast-paced game so far, Jacob.
Yeah, you're right. To really comment on this Lady Trojan defense here, what they've done is that they've really kept their assignment in front of them. The girl that they're defending, they've always been in front of them. If they've gotten outran before, they've always called it back to her.
Exactly. Again, open pass, and again, number 22 up. I think number 22 for Wilcox got a little anxious. That was Jaminko Marshall. Again, missed a pretty close layup. 14-5, Trojans still holding that 9-point lead as we get to the 2-minute mark of the first quarter. Again, got a nice crowd gathering here from Wilcox and from Telfair. Ball is turned over. Again, number 22 comes up, and she redeems herself. Makes that 2-point play, 14-7. Coach Troop on the sideline giving the play call to number 23, Alexius. Alexius makes the pass over again to Mackey. Again, gets the ball inside to Murphy. Murphy again back to Mackey. Again, Telfair slowing it down a little bit here, Jacob. Set the offense. Mackey goes to the hole and again stripped of the ball, but recovered by Beth Murphy. Murphy again passes the ball off. Ball looked like it was either blocked or could be a foul there. Yep.
Foul on 14.
Nelson was going to the hoop. 1 minute, 26 seconds left, and it's 14-7 as the Trojans try to get this first free shot, and got it.
You could actually see on that foul that whenever she went up to go for the shot, she kind of got hit right there in that lower forearm area.
Which definitely affected the shot.
Yeah.
Second free throw is good, and that's good to see. We're right now about unofficially 3 of 6 on free throws. Again, Wilcox breaks the press, and Marshall gets another one. So again, I'm not saying they're pressed yet, Jacob, but they have seemed to settle down Wilcox. Again, Trojan ladies throw the ball up. Nice rebound here, of course, by Brandy. Alexius with the ball, sets the play, throws it in. Brandy almost shoots it, it gets blocked. Still Trojan ball. We're under 1 minute, 54 seconds to go here in period number 1, and what has been a very high, energetic ball game. Very fast-paced, Jacob.
Oh, no doubt. But you got a substitution coming in now. Brandy will exit. Number 5 will come in. That'll be D.R. Bradshaw.
Again, here comes Wilcox streaking down the court. It looks like there is a foul on number 23. Jalexius is what the call is. That will send Wilcox to the free throw line. Right now, unofficially, Telfair is about 50% on the free throws, and Wilcox is 2 for 5 unofficially. And Destiny Tisdale makes them both. 3 out of 6 again. So right now it's a 5-point lead for the Trojans with 49.7 seconds. Jacob, it's interesting looking at some of the stats. The Lady Trojans first quarter, they average about 19.6 points per first quarter.
Wow.
And so they're really close to that average here.
They are. And right now it just seems that they're just going to go and try to kill clock now.
Exactly, trying to get that last shot. Again, number 22. Nelson had it, throws it back out. Trojans again just playing a little keep away. Nice pass to the inside with 18 seconds left. Did not quite make it. Ball is off the Wilcox County player, so it'll be Trojan ball with 15.7 seconds left and a 16-11 lead. Ball is in to India Wells. India back over to Jalexius. Again, we're inside 10 seconds. The play is set. We're down to 7 seconds. 6, 5, 4, 3. Trojans better get a shot off. 2 seconds left. Pass it. There it goes. Just missed it again by Jalexius. And that ends the first quarter, Jacob, with your score. Trojans 16, Wilcox 11. Let's take a short break here to list our sponsors and then take a look at maybe first quarter assessments there.
All right.
Sponsors for today's game, the Telfair County Chamber of Commerce, Merchants and Citizens Bank, Deep and Deeper Cleaning, the Bank of Lumber City and Telfair County Bank, Telfair County Rec Department, and Telfair County Middle School. And again, Jacob, this is only our second or third game we've done. So if I mess up a couple of players, I hope our listeners will please excuse me on that because, again, I get a little excited sometimes. Jacob, what is a couple of takeaways you've seen maybe here in the first period?
Well, here in the first period, I'm very impressed. I mean, the key I had in my head coming in for these Lady Trojans was to don't come out of the gates blazing fast. I made the mention a while ago. They seem to really be conserving energy right now. They're not going out there like Speedy Gonzalez going up and down the court right now. They're going fast when they have to, especially when I saw one time where Brandy was able to draw a foul by actually just shooting a gap there, right. Trying to get to the basket and drawing a foul. So right now, I mean, they're using the speed where they have to use it. I mean, I love how they're passing the ball around. They're not rushing shots. They've landed shots that need to go in.
Exactly. And again, 16-11. And I'm taking care of one quick thing. John calls. All right, free throw going up by number 24. Makes one of the two. I had a little something technical going on. I apologize for the distraction there. Wilcox County trying to dominate the boards underneath.
Oh, nice job.
Nice job. And again, unfortunately, Wilcox gets it back. And there looks like a technical foul was just called. I believe it may have been on one of the coaches. Let's look. There was definitely like a tech. And again, it looks like people aren't real. A couple of folks ain't real happy about that. Give me 1 second, Jacob. I'm going to mention something to the technical director.
All right. That'll officially go down as a technical foul against the head coach. You know, we couldn't exactly catch what she did, but just to repeat what I was saying.
I'm sorry, Jacob.
That'll actually go down as you can see one of the referees told the scoring table here. That's going to go down as a technical foul against the head coach here. I'm not sure exactly.
I noticed she looked like she came out on the court.
I was going to say it looked like she kind of came out on the court and kind of got into Lexus's way.
Well, he was quick to call it, and I understand that because obviously they can't come on the court, with something like that. All right, 18-11. Your Trojans up here in the second quarter.
Nice job by Brandy trying to get up and get that rebound.
Great job on that. Again, Trojans moving the ball around very quickly. And again, Wilcox County gets the ball back. I'm working it into number 15, who brings it up, misses, rebound by Wilcox. Now they're tied up. Wilcox okay. And now Wilcox gets it, brings it down. They were down by about 9. Now that's just a 4-point ball game. Telfair trying to work its way down a little bit. Missed the shot, and looks like we've gone a little bit cold here, Jacob.
Yeah, you're exactly
Wilcox
right.
comes in, and number 22 again.
Down by one possession now.
Again, Telfair Trojans again have hit a cold spell here. We were hit 12-3 at one point. Now it's 18-16.
Stolen.
Ball is stolen by Tisdale again. Lost control of it, Jacob.
Thankfully, possession to go to the Lady Trojans there.
You know, just watching here, I'm really impressed by the way Coach Troop, though, does this. Just, calm, just, getting directions and all that, getting the girls. I think that's a great reflection of her, the way the girls are handling that.
Yeah, you're exactly right.
This is a big run for Wilcox, and nobody's panicking at this point. Again, Trojans, again, with the ball, number 24, Brandy Mackey. Looks like she lost a handle on it. And again, a 2-on-1 break by Wilcox. She scores and the foul. And again, was that number 30? Yeah.
Number
which
30.
was Destiny Tisdale. Jacob, from a technical standpoint, Jacob, any way you could turn us up just a little bit? Patty was saying that I think there's a little technical issue here that I'm not familiar with how to do it, to be honest with you. Telfair, thank you, Jacob. Telfair Trojans with the ball. Again, back and forth. Alexius Clay with the ball. Alexius passes over. A long three by number 20, India Wells, did not go in. Trojans are down 19-18. 5 minutes left. Again, the Telfair Lady Trojans, again, number 23 goes to the hole. I believe Alexius was fouled on that play.
I'll say for right now, being that you've lost the lead now, at one time that you had that 9-point lead, I mean, right now, any points is good.
Exactly. We've been outscored 15-7 over the last 4.5 minutes, about an 8-point swing there. And again, we're down by 1. Again, makes the first one. And let's see if we can make the second shot. And now the Trojans retake the lead. Could you tell me who put that basket back in, Jacob? I missed that.
I didn't catch the number. I couldn't tell.
And Trojans again battling for the ball. And again, looks like there's a backcourt foul on number 25, possibly. Wilcox. Yep.
25, yeah.
And so again, Trojans on that. 4 minutes, 44 seconds. And so it looks like a win to the bonus, I believe.
Yeah,
okay.
We are in the bonus.
And again, that's so important. Like I say, if we get another team in foul trouble, man, you can really start to do some things if you make those free throws. First free throw.
If I do have my math right, I do think that you get into the bonus after foul number 6.
Right, and it looks like they're up to what? Number 7 or 8? That's good.
No, 8. Yeah, you're right, 8.
And the shot is good by Brandy. So again, Trojans now, who were down by 1, are back up by 4. Again, Lady Trojans again back on defense, trying to swing it out. To get the ball. Again, nice job by Wilcox. And heard them banging the boards there. And looks like that'll be what, Jacob? Trojan ball.
It'll be Lady Trojans ball. You can see that Wilcox player, she ended up reaching for it, and it had already rolled out by the time she got to it.
All right, Lady Trojans here with the ball. Again, number 20, India Wells, is bringing it up. And again, looks like there is, it looks like number 22, Jared Nelson, must have been some type of a foul away from the play, Jacob.
I believe so. It looked like it.
Nice job by Brandy again, intercepting the pass. Goes up. Oh, beautiful one-handed shot, reminiscent of old Oscar Robertson of the old Milwaukee Bucks years ago. And Brandy goes up to try to get the steal. Unfortunately, she got the foul there, so it's 25-19 Trojans with 4 minutes left of the half. And again, we'll take a look here. Looks like Wilcox will be bringing it in from the side. Number 30 for the outside shot, misses it. Again, the height of number 15, though, just got a little bit above everybody. That was Dixon. Gets a couple of points, 25-21. This is going to be a close game all the way through. Lady Trojans with the ball. Brandy Mackey tries to set it up, passes it over into the corner, up to number 2. Beautiful shot by Beth Murphy. Jacob loved the ball handling there.
Oh, without a doubt. You can see that was just very smooth by Beth Murphy.
Wilcox again comes up, tries, number 22 tries the hook, which is fouled underneath. Probably that's going to, that sends Wilcox into the bonus. And again, I haven't been able to check out who may be in foul trouble a little bit. We got a substitute coming in, number 15, Gracie Johns will be coming in. Now let's see who she'll take the place of. Coming in and give Brandy a little rest. Out there we have Deara Bradshaw now, Gracie Johns, Lisa Troop, Beth Murphy, and India Wells. Those are your Lady Trojans with 3 minutes, 25 seconds left. Gracie Johns with the ball, tries to work it over. She does. Gets the pass off. Number 20 again. Don't leave India open like that because she'll burn you every time. Nice shot by India Wells, 29-22, Telfair Trojans. High pass from Wilcox over to number 11. Again, number 14 with the open shot, misses it. Again, Trojans scrambling for the rebound. Done by number 5, Deara. Again, number 20, India Wells, was going to the hoop, and looks like she was inadvertently tripped, but that is a foul. 29-22 Trojans. Jacob, again, like we say, Coach Troop kept the troops kind of calm, and again, we came back from that little run by Wilcox to now take a 7-point lead with a chance to add a couple of more.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, I actually like the way she coaches because, I mean, you can see, you've already made mention, she's really calm. She just suddenly walks back and forth on the side court over here. It's got that ice water in the vein mentality.
Absolutely. And that's what you need, Jacob.
Mm-hmm. Which, truth be told, if she is panicking even the slightest, she won't show it.
Not a bit.
Yeah.
Not a bit. Trojans, again, unofficially 7 of 11 from the free throw line. I'm sure that's a little bit off, but again, we are making over 50% of the free throws. Number 11, again, goes to the hole for Wilcox County. Now we're starting to see a few fouls called here as we go through. Again, be a 2-shot opportunity. It looks like Trojans are getting ready to bring in another substitute. Hargrove is at the line for Wilcox, makes her first one.
That'll be number 25 coming in for Beth Murphy.
And that is Haley Eady. So Haley Eady, and again, if you notice, Haley adds a little bit of height here, maybe some rebounding strength. And again, the Hargrove makes both of them. Lady Trojans coming down. Again, Bradshaw passes it over again to India. The ball is taken away. Lady Trojans, nice job by number 5, Deara Bradshaw, knocking the ball out of bounds. And it looks like I must have missed it. It looks like she must have bounced it off of the Wilcox player.
I guess so. I mean, being with the
Hey, we're not going to argue about it.
I'm certainly not going to argue with it. I just didn't notice.
I didn't either, Jacob. I was so right in front of us.
Yeah.
Gracie Johns passed it to India. India works it inside to number 25, Edie. Oh, my gosh, they worked it inside beautifully. And again, the score was by Nelson on that one. Again, that was a hard job getting it inside. Looks like a foul on Gracie Johns. I couldn't tell. It looked like she had pretty good position. She just must have stuck that hand in a little bit.
I believe so. I mean, just by the signal that it gave, it looked like it.
Number 15 again, Dixon back up to the line. She's perfect at the line so far. It looks like she's 3 of 3 so far. Let's see how she does on the next one. And she made them both. And so, again, it's a 7-point Telfair Trojan lead with 2 minutes coming up on the 2-minute mark of the first half. A very fast-paced first half. Lady Trojans number 5, Bradshaw, looks like she lost control. Now it's gained back by, again, Nelson. Long shot, missed. Again, Edie down low, but unfortunately she did travel. Just took that little extra step.
Yeah, you're right. She must have come off of that pivot foot.
Wilcox County getting ready to come back. Trojans again trying to get back on defense hurriedly, very, very quickly. Nice job. Good steal by number 20, India Wells. India to Gracie. Gracie again with the ball. Dribbles it again, tries to get it out. Does a great job getting it to number 22 and the score, Shayla Nelson. I tell you what, Jacob, Shayla Nelson's quietly having a very productive first half.
Oh, yeah, she really is. I mean, she seems to be in the right spot.
Again, the ball was thrown and looks like there is a foul again on Gracie. I think that's either probably her second since she's gotten in the game here during this quarter.
Yeah, I think that's number 2.
Yeah, that's her second one, I believe. And I tell you what, if we're going to foul somebody, Jacob, we need to quit fouling Dixon. She's about 5 of 5 from the line for Wilcox. Make that 6 of 6.
Please foul somebody else.
Exactly. You're going to do it, yeah. All right, Lady Trojans coming down to the 1-minute mark with a 7-point lead here in the first half of our doubleheader here between the Trojans and the Wilcox County Patriots. Ball was knocked out of bounds by number 15. It'll be Trojan ball. We got Raven Wooten coming in, bringing out Gracie Johns. And again, one of the things I've noticed is a lot of substitution going on here, Jacob. I think that kind of goes with what you said earlier about, trying to get the players a little breast, get them ready for the next half.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that.
India Wells drives, ball was blocked. She's staying back, trying to get the ball back. Other Lady Trojans are back on defense. Number 11 had to adjust her shot, but shot is made by number 20, Marshall. Then here come the Lady Trojans with 23 seconds. A long shot. Just missed it, and Wilcox is on a quick break. Again, beautiful block.
Nice.
By who was that? Number 22, Nelson again. And again, unofficially, Nelson has 2, 4, 6, 8 points and a couple of key blocks. Again, number 15, Tisdale, is doing the heavy-duty work for Wilcox. We're down to 4 seconds. We need to get it in there. 1.8 seconds for the Trojans for an opportunity to bring it in from the side.
Mr. Deep, if the Trojans could go in with a 2-possession lead, well, make that a 1-possession lead. Now, I was going to say at least 2 possessions would have been sitting pretty comfortable right now going into halftime, but you honestly can't argue with the score. We're going into half with the lead, but, I mean, the lead could be a little longer. I mean, we were able to let them sneak back a little bit, but at least we're going in ahead.
Absolutely. It's 35-32 here at the half. We'll just mention again our sponsors for today's game. Again, it's the Telfair County Chamber of Commerce, M&C Bank, Deep and Deeper Cleaning, the Bank of Lumber City and the Telfair County Bank, Telfair County Rec Department, and Telfair County Middle School. Also, Jacob, just a reminder to people that are listening, and then we'll get into a couple of things. Maybe tell us in a minute what we're going to do here at the half. Middle school basketball playoffs are starting next week. Also, a couple of high school games on Friday and Saturday. The D Productions will try to get one or two of those, possibly. So we're looking at that. Baseball season starting up February the 7th. We start off with a scrimmage against Jeff Davis. And then January the 28th, Paula Anderson and I will be doing a little Chamber of Commerce meeting, a little news and podcast that we're really looking forward to doing. Jacob, a quick summary here on the first half, and then let's talk a little bit of some of our sports here, some others here today. For the Lady Trojans, all of these are unofficial. Looks like somebody made a big midcourt shot, didn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Must be some kind of prize for it. And so, again, that was great. If we take a look at it for the Trojans, India Wells unofficially has 13 points. Shayla Nelson, 8. Jalexis Clay, 3. And Brandy Mackey around 10. Trojan scoring has really been, amongst about 3-4 players here, which is good, Jacob. For Wilcox County, we've seen that number 15, I believe it is, Dixon, go to the foul line. And again, Destiny Tisdale's had a big game, too. So, again,
yeah.
Jacob, before we get started with a couple of things, anything from the first half that kind of comes out one way or the other in terms of a positive or a negative for the Trojans?
Well, maybe one negative would be that, of course, you did get into some foul trouble. So, I mean, you want to try to limit that as much as you can in the second half. The defense was very good to begin with. We got out to about a 9-10-point lead. We're going into halftime with a 3-point lead, so you could tell that it slacked off. Actually going into the second quarter here. So basically, you want to try to come out and try to have some good defense like you had in the first quarter, and just come out here and try to fix those little mistakes that you've made. You're going in with a lead, which is good, but there's those little things you could be doing better.
I'll tell you, at halftime, too, Jacob, one of the things we're looking at the half-court challenge where some of them are shooting from half-court, and they're coming close, and a couple of them made it, I tell you what. Well, Jacob, let's talk a little bit about some other sports we were talking about here this morning. And, again, I think on the old pad that you had, what was a couple of things that we were going to try to get into for a few minutes here?
Well, I mean, one thing we were going to talk about is that the old transfer portal that we've made, that college football has come up with now, which I don't really like.
Kind of give me an idea about when we look at this portal, Jacob, what we're talking about.
Well, whenever somebody will actually enter their name into the transfer portal, they're basically just looking at other options to go play football at here. It's like they, to me, it's almost like they're giving up on getting the starting job there. Of course, it's always an open competition at a college, especially on a football team, especially like with Justin Fields. I honestly believe that Justin had a good right to transfer because of him not getting as much playing time as he wanted to, but also I'm not going to get into specifics about what the other reason was, because if you follow Georgia football, you know. But also you got Tate Martell, who's going to transfer out of Ohio State. You've got Jalen Hurts, who's looking to transfer out of Alabama, which Jalen Hurts is probably the case to me that makes the most sense, because Jalen was willing to actually stick around at Alabama and actually make a difference with the time that he had here, because he would pretty much come in and, for lack of a better term, finish the game for Tua. And he, of course, I mean, just because he stayed there, you saw what he did in the SEC championship game.
Absolutely.
I mean, that was pretty much his time to shine. They put him in there because of Tua not really able to go as much there. Exactly. So he went in there, he got that time to play, and you see what he did with it. So basically, I mean, for anybody going into the transfer portal, I mean, I'd honestly like for you to have a good reason to go into it rather than I'm not getting any playing time, so I'm leaving.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And again, I'm like you on that. You look at that, and if you don't have a legitimate reason, then college football, in my opinion, is heading towards somewhat of a free agency type of period where, hey, I could just, go ahead, pack up, leave, and go. So I think the powers that be that actually determine it have really got to be careful about granting a number of transfers. To be honest with you, and maybe this sounds like I'm being a little ugly towards Justin Fields versus Jalen Hurts,
Right.
Jalen has proven his worth. Jalen has played the good soldier. He's done what he's supposed to do. And so if he was to want to transfer or whatever, I could almost see that a little bit more than a freshman who didn't get as much playing time as he thought he should have.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Especially, I mean, the words that you took right out of my mouth that makes the most sense is proving his worth. Because especially before Tua got there and showed how good of a quarterback he was, I mean, Jalen's overall records before Tua got there, he was 26-2.
I mean, just incredible. You're right.
He was 26-2 as a quarterback. It's not like he was some overhyped quarterback that really wasn't doing squat at Alabama. I mean,
exactly.
He had proven his worth. I mean, of course, if you were to look at him, you could honestly say that he was the more running type of quarterback. He made his money with his legs more than his arm, but also at the same time, you saw what he did. I'll go back to the SEC. I'll go back to the SEC championship game because that's probably the best passing game that I've ever seen him have.
Oh, just incredible. And that's the thing. And, you know, I look at it, and by no means do I know what the ins and outs and the players, so anything I say is just personal opinion as opposed to fact. But when you look at something like Justin Fields, you know, my opinion would be I would have loved to have seen him wait at Georgia. It's possible after next year Jake Fromm may very well go pro. We don't know that, but he could. That would leave Justin 2 full seasons at his particular school. I don't know that some of the players, based on some of the tweets we've seen at Ohio State, are necessarily going to welcome this guy with open arms.
Very true. Very true.
And that could cause a problem possibly with that as well. So, again, Jacob, you know, I think that's one of the things to look at. Jacob, again, while we take 1 second here, I've got a technical thing here from the CEO needs to see me for a second. I wonder if you could just go over a couple of the sponsors, and then we'll come back in 1 second.
Let's thank the sponsors once again. Big thanks going out to Telfair County Chamber of Commerce, Merchants and Citizens Bank, Deep and Deeper Cleaning, Bank of Lumber City and Telfair County Bank, Telfair County Recreation Department, and the Telfair County Middle School. For anybody that wants to go check out the middle school basketball playoffs, they begin on Wednesday, January 16th, the first round for the girls at 4:30, first round for the boys on Thursday. It's Thursday the 17th at 4:30. And on Saturday, you'll have the girls and boys consolation game at 9 o'clock. And then on Saturday the 19th, the girls and boys championship game will be at 11:30. You got high school basketball Friday, January 18th. Telfair will be playing Eccles at 6 o'clock. And Saturday on the 19th, they'll be playing Clinch at 4 o'clock. And, of course, big-time baseball season is coming up very soon on February the 7th. Telfair County versus Jeff Davis at 5:30. And don't forget, Mr. Deep's already mentioned, on January 28th, you'll have the Chamber of Commerce podcast with Paula Anderson.
And, again, as TJ would say, breaking news just coming through here.
Breaking news.
Here's some breaking news for you just coming through. The CEO of Deep Productions has told me that she and their entire staff are looking at the technical group are going in. Her and the staff are in deep discussions and some negotiations. And right now they're hoping to not only do Facebook Live, but hold on to your seats. We're also looking at going to YouTube Live. And so, again, you know, so hopefully by the time in about a year or two, we do hope to go international, maybe set up a few stations, possibly, you know, in Canada, maybe Mexico, United States, maybe even into the South America area. So we've got a lot of plans here for these. Thank you to our CEO, you know, for that. And right now, of course, it's subscription free. You don't have to pay.
Subscription free, but of course, we will be creating jobs, and it's going to be huge.
Yeah, I like what he just said. We're going to be creating jobs, and it's going to be huge, really huge. Thank you to Deep Productions. We really appreciate that. CEO will not come on the air with us. I don't understand. So anyway, had a good time here. And so there's no telling what we got going. We're going to make broadcasting again. Don't even go there. Oh, with that, I'm so glad the ball game's about to start over again. We have about 10 seconds left, Jacob, as we get ready for the help me, Lord.
Hey, Mr. Deep, there is one point that I named off right here. That's just something we can elaborate on before we get started again. Basically, we look at all these softball players that are on this basketball roster. I mean, just in a little snippet of information to get your opinion from. What are the effects that multi-sport athletes have on a sports program like a softball player going in and playing on a dominant basketball team?
I mean, I'm like you on that, Jacob. I think it only makes them better, the program stronger. And again, I think it's good that they're able to participate in so many different things. And again, that also encourages others to participate in more than one sport. So I think it's great. We've just got started here. Jacob is 35-34 now. Looks like that Wilcox County comes out of the gate, gets the first 2 points. And again, Telfair Trojans coming. Looks like that the Wilcox Patriots have come out in a 1-2-2. Again, zone. Telfair again working it through. Again, we'll try to set the starters for you for the Trojans again. Number 20, India Wells. Number 14, Elisa Troop. Number 24, Brandy Mackey. On shot number 22, Shayla Nelson. And number 23, Jalexius Clay. Those are out there for your Trojans. 35-34, Trojans up by 1. And again, Wilcox County comes out fast, trying to work it inside for a quick shot. And number 22 left open in the corner from the side, doesn't make it, but a rebound by number 15, Dixon. And just like that, you know, all that work to get back up. We're now down by 1, 36-35, quarter number 3. Thanks for joining us on Deep Production. Again, nice pass to the inside, wide open, India Wells for another 2. Good assist by, again, Shayla Nelson. The ball stolen by the Trojans. Again, Nelson back over to number 20. Just can't quite make it. Again, tries it again. Again, India Wells couldn't quite make it. 2-on-1 break. Defense got it. Wilcox brings it out. And again, they slow it down for a minute. Number 25, Nicole Rucker with the ball for Wilcox. Looks like a foul on the Trojans. Number 20, India Wells. I'm not sure how many fouls that is on India. Again, we got to be careful of foul trouble. We broke 8, I believe, overall, didn't we, Jacob, in that first half?
I believe so.
Pass inside, recovered by the Trojans. Lady Trojans headed back up court. Again, ball is passed to number 24, who goes to the hole, just misses it in and out. A mad scramble under there. Brandy Mackey tried, and again, it looks like Nelson went down again, and looks like she was fouled. Again, unofficially, Jacob, we hit over 50, close to 60% of the free throws in the first half.
Which that's not too bad.
Nelson first shot. Just misses. Trojans up by 1, 37-36. Wilcox makes a substitute. Number 44, Markela Howard in the ballgame. Nelson's second shot coming up. And she makes it. Trojans with a 2-point lead, 5 minutes, 38 seconds left here in quarter number 3. Again, nice job by number 14 for the Trojans blocking the ball. That was true. Unfortunately, number 30, Destiny Tisdall again with a 2. She's having a big game, Jacob, 38-38.
Oh, without a doubt.
Trojans desperately looking, trying to work it inside. Corner shot by by Wells was just off. Wilcox County trying to work it inside to number 15 again. Dixon. I tell you what, Jacob, the 2 workhorses are Dixon and Tisdall for Wilcox. They're up 40-38. First game of the season, these 2 played. The Trojans won by 12, but it's a struggle right now. Again, another block by Wilcox County. They come flying down. Number 25 dishes it off. She had the right idea, didn't quite make it, but there is a foul. Looks like it must be on Wilcox. Trojans will get the ball back. 40-38, and Jacob, those of the faint of heart do not need to be watching this. This is one close ball game.
It sure is. I do believe this is the first time that we have trailed, isn't it?
Second time.
Second time.
I think we trailed a minute ago, if I'm not mistaken, early in the quarter. Nelson works her way in and does that magic. Tied up at 40 apiece, really working hard underneath. Trojans get back on defense. Wilcox brings it up. Quick shot looking for it. Not made. Air ball. Number 24, Brandy Mackey back in, and it takes it to the hoop. Brandy Mackey defied gravity, it looked like there, Jacob.
Oh, by all means, that girl can jump, trust me. I mean, she's got that big track background as well.
Again, missed shot by number 25 for Wilcox. Trojans trying to run it. And there is a tech on number 25, Nicole Rucker. Looks like she was kind of arguing a little bit. Made a somewhat kind of a, possibly not a very good remark towards the other. I'm not sure what she said, but the ref obviously took offense at it. I think she must have disagreed with the call. First free shot on the tech was missed by India. See if India take a second here. Shot. Oh, missed both of them. They were close, though, Jacob. They would just bounce off the rim. Okay, it looks like there is another technical.
Really? Wow.
Or either maybe it was because there's been one already. This was the second one of the game. Just missed it. I tell you what, there's a lot of pressure when you're right up there by yourself, isn't it? Everybody looking.
Yeah, it sure is.
Brandy Mackey takes the next shot. Just misses. Excuse me, my mistake. That was Elisa Troop. Trojans bringing in on the sideline. You know, missing those four, that's a 4-point swing right there, Jacob.
Yeah, you're right. And that right there, let's hope that doesn't come back to bite the Lady Trojans.
Absolutely. Trojans working in. I tell you what, Nelson is crashing the board. I mean, Jacob, when we take a look at that, she did a beautiful job going in there and just fighting for position and the ball.
Yeah, you're exactly right. As of right now, with us being in the third quarter, if we were naming a player of the game, he's an early favorite.
I agree with you 100%. And the free throw is good. Trojans, you know, down by one a minute ago, have now rebuilt it to a 5-point lead. Just looking at Nelson, one of the things on Max Prep, she averages 5.4 rebounds per game, which is really good. Wilcox comes straight back and gets the points. 3-point Trojan lead at the 3-minute mark. Again, working it inside. Again, attempted by Mackey. The shot was blocked. Here comes Wilcox. Working their way down, and again, number 11 with the ball. A nice job by number 14, True, playing a little defense. Able to knock the ball away, and that way the Lady Trojans can get back and get set up on a defensive assignment. Little pass that was knocked away. Nice play, and again by India Wells. Jacob, did you notice the ball awareness there she had?
You can actually see that. Who was that was running behind her?
I think it was Brandy, maybe.
I think it was Brandy running behind her. I mean, they basically just tossed it over her head.
And she picked it up.
They just picked it up. I mean, that great hand-eye coordination is like, well, I know where this is fixing to be. Might as well just grab it, turn around, and shoot it.
Did a great job of ball awareness and court awareness. All right, Trojans back up with a 7-point lead as we get close to the 2-minute mark here in quarter number 3. Again, Nelson was wide open. Takes it to the hole. I tell you what, Jacob, they are really feeding Shaylin Nelson today.
They are, which really rightfully so. I mean, she's been the real consistent heavy hitter in the lineup today.
And it looks like there is a timeout on the court with 1 minute 58 seconds left. If I don't knock any cords over, I'm going to take a quick 7th-inning stretch and stand up for just a second.
Yeah, go ahead.
And again, Jacob, as we take a look at this with 1 minute 58 left and a 49-42 lead, How do you think the Trojans approach this last 2 minutes? Do we keep what is that old saying, the pedal to the metal a little bit, or do we kind of back up a little bit and slow it down?
I mean, right now, I mean, it's only a 7-point lead in the third quarter right now. Right now, I'm trying to stretch that lead as much as I can.
You know, looking at the girls on both sides, both are in great shape because, you know, a lot of times you can tell if a player's tired because they put the hands on the hips, you know, real careful. We haven't seen that at this particular point. So, again, I think we've got a lot of good basketball left to come. All right, Wilcox County getting ready back on the court. Coach Troop, assistant coach Kisses McDuffie, the various Batten again all in there trying to, like we say, develop a little bit of strategy. And here we go. 49-42, period number 3, 1 minute, 55 seconds left. Good job of defense by Brandy Mackey. And Nelson almost with a steal, but she deflects it. She deflected it to number 20, India, whose pass was just a little bit too far for Jalexius to get a hold of. Wilcox brings it down. I'm like you, Jacob. I think we've got to get a lot more points here. Traveling called on Wilcox. That extra step. So here come the Lady Trojans again with 1:41, a chance to make this a 9-point game, which would be their biggest lead since the beginning of the first quarter with a 12-3. Again, number 24, Brandy Mackey. Jacob, I'm just amazed the way that she moves towards the basket and gets that height on her jump.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I mean, I do believe that Nyesha Howard, who's already graduated, but her and Nyesha, I cannot remember which one it was a 3-time triple jump champion, and one was a long jump champion.
Wow.
And I want to think it was Brandy who took the long jump title 3 times. So basically, I mean, when it comes to jumping, she's probably the best that I've seen.
Oh, just that's incredible. I'm telling you. She has made some moves today that have just, like I say, defied gravity. Again, misses both free throws. Those are 6 straight misses that we've had on free throws, which could come back to hurt us, as you have said. Wilcox County with the ball. They bring it down. Shot from the corner by number 11. Missed. Rebound by number 15. But again, the ball bounces around. Telfair County comes out of the pile with the ball. Quick pass to Mackey, who goes up and in. For 2 points, 51-42 as we come to the 1 minute mark of quarter number 3. Trojans up by 9. And again, we've definitely got a ball game going. And again, it looks like that the shot was made and a foul at that point. And so India Wells will go to the line. And let's see if we can get the second shot in. And paid by number 20, India Wells. Again, we're in negotiations again. That John Martin just came. And so maybe between games we can get a little sports talk if you have a little time. We'll negotiate with the CEO on that here. Wilcox County trying to get the ball in bounds. They take a shot. Miss, and here we go. Number 24, Brandy Mackey goes. Oh, my gosh. She looks like she slid on 1 foot there, but that was a clean block, apparently.
It was.
Down to 25 seconds left here in the third quarter. Again, slips in, and, of course, number 15. That's that Dixon, who has just had one heck of a night tonight. All right, Lady Trojans playing for that last second shot. There's 8 seconds. They've set the offense. Pass to the corner. Here comes Mackey. Up, and she just barely misses it. 2 seconds, 1 second. And we go to the end of the third quarter with your score. The Telfair Trojans 54, Wilcox 44. Jacob coming out of coming out of halftime, Wilcox had a little bit of a run, took the lead, and now we're back up by 10.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, I made the comment during the middle school game of making adjustments on the fly. We came out of here from halftime with a little bit flat and actually kind of gave up the lead for a little bit. And finally, we made that on-the-fly adjustment, was able to hit the gas pedal and pull out to a big 10-point lead again like we were early in the game.
Absolutely. And, it's interesting. Early in the game, we had that 12-3 lead, 9 points, and now we've extended it now to the biggest lead of the game, which is 10.
You're exactly right. And right now, I mean, I'm not looking for them to let up at all, especially you're in that final 8 minutes. You're only 10 points ahead. This is basketball, of course. I mean, fast-paced game. You can pick up a lot of points in a small amount of time.
Absolutely. I'm looking at the two big ones for the Telfair so far today, scoring-wise, would be India Wells and Shaylin Nelson. I think India has about 18, Shaylin 15, somewhere along that line. Brandy Mackey has just been a machine out there coming to the hole. Right now she's got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, unofficially around 13, 14 points. So, again, the big three have really come through. Nice shot by Lisa Troop. And again, unofficially, I don't know if that's her first basket or not, but she has really been there on defense and all. Ball goes out of bounds. Telfair Trojans with a 12-point lead with 7:39. And again, we'll take a look here as the Trojans continue on to try to come on down. 56-44 lead by Lady Trojans. They slowed it down just a little bit. Brandy Mackey with the ball. Crosses the pass, passes to India Wells, cross court, back over to Jalexius. Jalexius works it over to the corner, number 24, Brandy. The ball is knocked away. And again, number 20, India Wells, all over the court trying to get it. Ball was shot, didn't hit the rim, and again, Trojan ball back. Looks like Wilcox is getting ready to try to get into a little bit of a press here as they did earlier today, which was very effective early in the ball game. Lady Trojans again with the ball, bring it back out, 12-point lead, 6:58 and counting. Quarter number 4 here in game number 1 of 2 games tonight. The boys' game will be coming up. We'll be previewing that shortly. Again, nice rebound by India Wells. Again, I love that turnaround jumper, Jacob.
Oh, yeah, she's honestly so good at that.
Number 25 brings the ball up. Again, Rucker works it inside. And again, outside shot by number 30 for Wilcox. And again, right now, Wilcox is having trouble buying a basket. And again, so the Trojans, like we say, defensively have played a little bit better in the second half because, again, I think they've only given up about 10 points, 12 points in this half.
I believe so.
Lady Trojans bringing it up court. Oh, nice pass again. Nice bounce pass backwards. Oh, they had it set up, though. Nelson again. And she's fouled. Again, one of the things, Jake, but I guess it's kind of my fault, from keeping up with softball, names like India Wells, Brandy Mack, etc., very familiar with. The Nelson girl that just has done an outstanding job on the boards and the shooting a little bit as well.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. Of course, just these girls that we see on the softball field at all, they're not the only stars out here.
Exactly, yeah. Exactly. I think they're the ones that I, from having seen them, is more familiar with. But they're just an incredible girls here. 58-44 Trojans with a 14-point lead. We're not going to say, and a good shot by Nelson. Makes it a 15-point, which again, Trojans, like we say, have a lead here and are doing very well. 15 points lead with 6:02 left. Pass into number 15. Nope. For Wilcox. And number 14 again, Asia Montgomery gets the rebound and the score. Trojans up by 13. Works it to the corner. Again, wanted to try to get it to Nelson, wasn't quite able to, and again the ball goes over to Wilcox. Nice hustle by number 24, Brandy Mackey. Brandy Mackey again just barely wasn't able to get it. Number 15 shoots, misses. Rebound by the Trojans. Nelson, nope. And again, she gets it out to number 20 again. India Wells. India Wells off to the races. Again to Brandy Mackey, and again, just misses. We've had a couple of really close ones there, Jacob, just not quite able to put in.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I mean, that one out there, I honestly do believe it came about that close and going in.
Jalexius Clay makes the steal, takes it to the hole. Jalexius has had a huge defensive game, and with assists, that's her 5th point unofficially of the night. 61-46, Trojans up by 15. 4 minutes, 54 seconds left. And there is a timeout. While we have a little timeout, we get a little oxygen here. Jacob, again, let's just preview just a minute. Coming up next will be the Telfair County boys basketball game. And again, they'll be going against Wilcox. And we'll hit some stats later. But this one's going to be a tough boys game coming up. Coming in tonight, Wilcox comes in with a record of 14-1. And the Telfair boys, who have done very well at times this year, a 7-9 overall record. But if you take a look, they only lost by 11 to Wilcox earlier this year. We lost a game to Lanier by 2. There was another one that we lost again by, let's see, I believe it was, Lanier last night. We were kind of flat, 49-39. This team for Telfair could be 500 or above.
Right, you're exactly right. I mean, of course, this boys squad is only up and up.
I think they are too.
But for the past couple of years, the team to watch so far around these parts has been these girls right here.
Absolutely.
But I love what Coach Moore is doing with these guys. Coach Moore is slowly starting to get these guys even better.
Absolutely. And so again, good ball game here going on, and you're right, Coach Moore's done a good job. All right, Lady Trojans up by 13, 4 minutes, 25 seconds left. They're working it around, trying to work a little bit of clock, working it inside again. Nice job by Lisa True. I tell you what, I'm just amazed. Those quick passes out, eye-hand coordination these girls are showing, Jacob, is incredible. Trojans up 63-58, 4 minutes, 5 seconds left. And again, it's interesting, Jacob, looking at the stats. First and third quarter all year has been the big quarters for the Telfair Trojans. That's what it was again here tonight.
Without a doubt, these girls are actually accurate to the book, I guess you could say.
They are. I want to thank MaxPreps.com for some of the information that, again, we were able to obtain on some of those averages. All right, we got the Trojans up by 15, biggest lead of the night. Number 24, is that 20 at the line, Jacob?
Yeah,
India.
20. That's India.
While India gets ready to shoot, we'll take a look try to add up some of her point totals. She has 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 18, 20, 21 pending this shot, it looks like. And still has 20. Nice rebound. I tell you what, Elisa Troop here in this fourth quarter has really made her presence felt. Again, here comes Wilcox down. Passing it around, trying to work it inside to the big girl, number 14. Montgomery was not able to do that. Trojan with a 16-point lead. We're not going to say we've got this one yet, Jacob, but it is looking a little bit better here.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. Especially we start to stretch that lead a little bit. In my opinion, we need to take it a little further.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Pass again over to India, but again, India's pass attempted for Elisa was intercepted by Wilcox. Jalexius gets back on defense, but a nice job by number 22 of Wilcox County. And that is Jamenko Marshall with the points on that one. Marshall's been kind of quiet here lately. And so, again, to see her get those points kind of says, okay, we better stay right on it because she was hurting us earlier in this ball game.
Yeah, you're right. Especially in the closing 3 minutes. Well, you got 3:09 to go in the game. In these closing 3 minutes, I'd be very watchful of her.
Exactly. And, stranger things can happen. You're up by 14 with 3 minutes. This is no time to sit back and just say we've got it. You know, kind of like we said in that middle school game earlier today, you know, you want to keep the pedal to the metal, so to speak, and again, keep getting those points because, hey, anything can happen during these ball games. First meeting between these two teams this year back in December, the Trojans won, I think, by 12. And so, again, we're right in that same range, but, hey, you never can tell. This Wilcox County team doesn't have any quit in them, Jacob.
Oh, yeah, you're right, man. Just from this one time seeing them, I can tell they are a very determined bunch of girls.
Absolutely. And again, while we have a minute, I'm going to mention to Patty a little something. If Patty sometimes could get a picture of the Wilcox Wilcox boys starting lineup before the next game, if we could. All right, down to 3 minutes here. Jalexius Clay works the ball inside, passes it inside to Brandy. Brandy again to number 20, India. Wow! From downtown McRae, Main Street. Three-pointer makes it 67-50. Oh, good try by Brandy. The ball just was on the edge and she touched it. 67-50 with 2 minutes, 40 seconds left. Again, Wilcox taking the time, trying to work it in. Does not quite get it. Nice rebound by the Lady Trojans. And again, it looks like, as we see here, Lady Trojans still working it around. Brandy Mackey with it, gets it to Nelson. Nelson again in the corner. Tries to work it inside. Ball was knocked away, it looked like by Wilcox, but then tipped off Elisa Troop's hands. Took about 20 seconds off the clock. And again, we take a look. Looks like there was a possible foul. I believe it may have been on Jalexius, possibly. Again, looking to my right, Jacob, see the boys are anxiously getting ready, kind of excited to get into the ball game tonight. Nice move by the Wilcox County number 15, Dixon. Again, Telfair brings it back down to the other end of the court, and India Wells with a big game as well. Down to under 2 minutes, 19-point lead, and there is a foul. Jacob, as we come on this last minute and 43, as we said, barring an incredible comeback, which I don't foresee it, you know, what are a couple of takeaways we can get from this ball game tonight?
I mean, well, one takeaway that I can see is that I'm like I said, I'm still very impressed with these girls. I mean, they're a very fast-paced team. They're quick when they need to be. Very fit. They're very physical when they need to be, especially with Brandy charging in and able to score some baskets and draw some fouls. Pretty much, she's a foul magnet right now.
Absolutely.
A foul magnet in a good way.
Absolutely.
It's just, of course, I mean, just come next year, this girls' team has got to do some reloading, especially with losing some of these good players that they're doing.
You're right. And I think that's where, again, some of the coaching comes in.
Oh, yeah.
And you look at Coach Troop. She has worked some of the younger ones in when she's able to. But also, as we said earlier today, a good coach is a good teacher. And we know she's a good teacher and will teach fundamentals and get them into her system.
So you're right. I can honestly see, too, is that during the middle school game, I could see that Coach Troop's got a lot of good girls to look forward to coming up as well.
She does, absolutely. And again, that's a key. Brandy Mackey with another 2, 71-53. Trojans with 47 seconds left here in the ball game. And one of the things to look at, Jacob, again, another score by Wilcox makes it 71-55. Another thing to look at as we go through here. Anybody that you would like to say maybe possibly is player of the game tonight or co-players?
Well, I mean, when you got India going with about 20 points in this game, you got Brandy who scored just about as many, and I do believe it's who was it we were looking at? Oh yeah, Shaylin Nelson as well, who's been a pretty much automatic most of the time here today as well. So I mean, it's kind of hard for me to toss between India or Shaylin, but very slightly leaning towards Shaylin here.
I agree. And also, there's your ball game with the Trojans winning it, 71-55. So, and I agree, and I think that it's hard to get a player of the game because it was a real team type of concept today.
Right.
And so, in looking at that, so we're through with this ball game. Telfair Lady Trojans win 71-55. Coming up on January 15th, this Tuesday, will be the first power rankings. Do you think the Trojans should be or possibly the state at this point for the Class 2A?
You know, Mr. Lee, that's a good question. And it was around this time of the year last year to where we were at least in the top 4.
Right.
You know, and I don't believe we started at first, but I think we ended up working our way up into there. But for right now, I don't want to give a definitive yes or no answer. I think we can be, but it's up to those guys up there that run that poll. But I think right now at least top 3.
I agree. Yeah, I tend to certainly agree. Well, we got the boys coming out in just a moment. And in the meantime, Jacob, what I'm going to try to do is to get the Wilcox County starting lineup. I wonder if I could get John Marchand in, if y'all could do a little bit of a post-game talk or a little bit of sports talk possibly.
Yes, sir.
Let me see if we can see on that for just a second. John, would you like to join us for a few minutes? You sure? Okay. But John's going to defer right now, but again,
okay.
we're going to get him later on that. And one of the things we'll do is take a look at these boys and kind of see. I'm going to see if I can get Chris to maybe take a picture for me of it. And if you look for just a minute. Hey, Chris. Can I get you to do me a favor? Is there any way you could take a picture of the Wilcox lineup for me? Or John, you don't mind doing that for me? Thank you so much. And again, I appreciate old John doing that for us, getting us a picture on there. Jacob, as we get ready for game number 2, again, we'll take a preview of the boys in just a moment, of the boys' game, and kind of see what we got going. And again, we'll kind of give a little preview, and then in a minute we'll get into a little sports talk if we need to. You know, if that would be okay with you.
Okay.
Just to kind of give you a preview, Wilcox County boys will come into this game with a 14-1 record. The Telfair boys at 7-9. The last time these two teams met, Wilcox won 65-54 over Telfair. Looking at the averages per game, Telfair averages about 58 points per game. The boys do. Wilcox averages 73.6. Looking at Wilcox, this is going to be a tough ball game tonight. We hope that the Trojans, like I say, can pull what some may consider an upset. Wilcox is 8-0 in the region, 6-1 non-region, 7-0 at home, and 1 loss, 7-1 away. The Telfair boys are 5-5 in the region, 2-4 non-region, 2-3 at home, and 5-6 over on the road. Common opponents right now is Lanier County. We were 0-2 against them. Wilcox 2-0. Fitzgerald, we both beat Fitzgerald. Eccles, we both beat them. Charlton, we both beat. Atkinson, we both beat. Against Dodge, this is impressive. Wilcox is 1-0 over Dodge.
Wow.
Whereas Telfair is 0-2 against Dodge. And looking at a couple of those scores against Dodge, so we can kind of get a little perspective here. Lost close 69-60 on one of them. And then I believe, the other 64-58. So we were right there with Dodge, kind of close. So it's going to be interesting to see just exactly what we've got to play with tonight.
Yeah, you're right. And, of course, I mean, just by looking at the pure numbers here, it's going to go down as that if we pull off a W, it'll be considered an upset just by pure numbers. But I do believe that, which is like we said a while ago with how good this team is becoming. And
right, and as they've developed under Coach Moore.
And as they've developed under Coach Moore, as good as this team is becoming, I do believe that this will be a very hard-knocks game today. And I do believe that we have a chance.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, we got John coming on to join us. Again, let's see. John, I want to make sure we got you unmuted. Let's see. Can you hear me at this point? Okay, can we get John up just a little bit so we can hear him?
Say something now.
Go ahead, John.
Something now.
That's
Yeah, okay.
perfect, man. John, thank you for joining us, man. And again, we certainly appreciate it. And again, while I kind of write some of these things down, Jacob, what kind of topic are we looking at for me, you, and John to get into tonight?
Well, let's see what we didn't talk about in the middle school game real quick. Let me pull something up here.
Basically, John, earlier today we were talking a little bit about some of the changes that we've seen at the University of Georgia getting ready for the next season on the football side of things. With some of the defections to the NFL, the Justin Fields situation, losing our offensive and defensive coordinators, kind of how do you see things looking as we get ready to move into the next phase of the Kirby Smart era?
Well, I think 2018, when you coming into 2018, you really didn't see this coming. This much change from 18 to 19. This caught a lot of people off guard, but success brings that. You lose assistant coaches, and of course you know the field situation and how that panned out, which is kind of disappointing. But you pull for the young man, and I know that Ohio State, I understand their backup, their projected starter has now decided to transfer, which really opens the door for Fields. So.
Now, you see, I didn't realize that, guys. So, again, would you think Justin could be one of the favorites to start next year?
Absolutely. His only really competition was that guy who had sent the tweet out. I can't remember his name.
Do you remember who it was, Jacob?
His name was Tate Martell. And, of course, that is if Justin does get that waiver granted to him. That's completely up to the committee. But, aside from that, like I told Mr. Deep earlier, the reason that he's appealing for that waiver there, to me, I don't think he really should get it because to me he's kind of digging up a buried hatchet here. But hey, if he gets that waiver and he's given automatic eligibility, I think right now he's the automatic front runner to start there if he's able to play.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
Well, guys, what would happen? Let's say he's denied the transfer or denied
the waiver.
Able to play the waiver.
Yeah.
Would he still have to wait a year to play at Ohio State?
That's the way I understand it.
Right.
Now,
if he doesn't get that waiver, it's honestly like Shea Patterson at Michigan whenever he transferred away from Ole Miss. He was given a waiver for some reason. He had to file a appeal to the NCAA to be able to get automatic eligibility, and however he got it, he was able to play this year. So the same thing would apply to Justin. It just depends on what the reason his appeal is for, and if he's able to play, like I said a while ago, I think he's the automatic front runner. And if he does play this year, I do believe that he's going to be possibly one of the best quarterbacks in the Big Ten this year, because I know you've got somebody like Trace McSorley who's left Penn State. You've got Dwayne Haskins, of course, did declare for the NFL draft now because Dwayne Haskins was a Heisman finalist at Ohio State. And you've got a couple of other people who have left the Big Ten. Aside from Dwayne Haskins and Trace McSorley, you really didn't have any big quarterbacks in there, and that's until Justin got there.
Yeah, I see where Haskins had made himself eligible. He's capable at the next level, no doubt about it. But I would really like to see him maybe one more year.
Yeah. Especially with how close he got to winning the Heisman. Of course, I know he came in third, but still, how good of a year he had at Ohio State, and especially with Ryan Day, who's now the head coach at Ohio State, with Urban Meyer leaving. Now, I do believe that one more year with Ryan Day would have really done Dwayne Haskins some good.
Absolutely, but there will be more competition, I think, for the Heisman next year.
Yeah.
I think the competition will be a little bit more broader, so especially going into the season. So
you're right.
It'll pan itself out as it always does, but it's really kind of broad as far as the competition next year. You got a lot of athletes that'll be vying for that position that are going to step up, moving in. I'd put him in there,
right?
Especially now that Fields is out of the picture.
Absolutely. Well, one of the things, guys, coming out of the bowl season that I was kind of curious to get y'all's take on, going into it, SEC, we try to talk a lot of times that we're the dominant conference, and I say we because that's the one I usually keep up with. Coming out of the bowl season with a few SEC losses and the Clemson total annihilation of Alabama, is the SEC still considered the dominant conference, or Are we on the downside a little bit?
Well, in my opinion, there is no competition. I mean, I'm a SEC fan, Georgia Southern, fan, of course.
Right.
But, as far as football fan goes, SEC to me is the top of the leaderboard when it comes to that.
Yeah, they're pretty much the top of the food chain to me, because a lot of people would argue saying that they may. The only point that I would make is that they may be kind of slipping a little bit, but they have not slipped off that top step of the food chain a little bit. But
right.
I mean, Alabama is going to be Alabama, of course. That nobody's perfect. They were bound to lose at some time, and some people will give you the argument that the ACC is creeping up the food chain. No, they're not. The ACC is comprised of Clemson. Pretty much.
That's true. That's true. Now, John, he's right. But one of the things, John, I'm kind of curious about, I look at this Notre Dame situation where they play other sports in the ACC. They don't play football in the ACC. Obviously, they were 12-0. They go in, of course, to the football playoffs. I'm not going to say they weren't worthy, but do you think, or should Notre Dame be forced to play an ACC schedule? I mean, I know it's a money issue with them, of course, with their own network, with NBC, showing. I mean, how do you look at the Notre Dame and the independent teams like the University of Central Florida and how they play into some of these bowl games?
Well, the main thing is Notre Dame absolutely benefits from not having to play in a conference championship game.
They do.
They kind of slide into that 4 spot, in the playoffs, having not done that. And I think that definitely helps them.
It does.
But that's the way it is. There's no rules against it, so you can't fault them. But it definitely helps. And is it fair? I guess if you're a Notre Dame fan, it is.
Yeah, I guess it is. That's true.
But, if you're a Georgia fan, then you could have used that spot and you deserved it.
Exactly.
But, Georgia had a letdown against Texas. And it's just hard to – the committee, I don't envy their job.
Oh, that's right. And I think, Jacob, your feelings on that as well. Do you think – well, let's look at Central Florida for just a second. Central Florida, tremendous program now. Should they have been ranked a little higher going into the bowl season?
I think they got that one right, and I think that panned out, proved itself when the bowl situation came around for UCF. And but that's why we got the committee. They get a lot of praise and they get a lot of hardship too. And I don't envy their job, but overall, I think that Georgia should have beat Alabama. They should have held on to that lead, and they had it in.
Oh, we better watch this guy. Who is this guy coming through there, John?
He's one of Wilcox County's finest fans, Edwin Lee. He's over here pulling for his Patriots.
And that's your old alma mater?
Yes. That's where I graduated and played football 4 years, 3 years. Senior year I was injured. I tore my ACL and didn't get to play.
Oh, wow.
But, yeah, they are my second team, I guess you could say.
There you go. He's got that Trojan hat on, Jacob. So I think we'll let him stay for a little while.
Yeah, they give me a hard time about it. When I came in, I got a lot of blue, royal blue, whatever color that is, in my closet too. But until Brody graduates, I won't pull it out.
There you go. I don't blame you on that. Well, we got about 2 minutes and 30 seconds, before we get started. And again, John, before we get into the last part of the last game here, just a quick question. Have you had a chance to keep up with the Wilcox basketball team?
Other than just keeping up with them best I can, asking friends about them. I've been kind of down on the sidelines here for the last, since September. So.
I miss what the CEO is saying. Okay, she says we have a lot of people. I don't read lips, guys. I'm sorry, Give me hand signals. Certain hand signals, I'll be all right.
You supposed to get a hand signal.
Oh, I'm sure, on that. The reason I was asking John and Jacob and I were talking about this, the Wilcox is 14-1. I mean, they have played an impressive. I mean, they beat Dodge County. They pretty well are running over most of the competition. I'm not even sure who they've lost to this year.
Worth County.
And again, is that a AA, AAA school?
Well, I think they're AA, and I think that they got a good basketball program. But the way I understand it now, I've got a couple of friends that went to the game. I happen to know, and I'm real good friends with Jawan Johnson, who's a county commissioner, and he also he works with me. He's my partner.
Right.
And he also, his wife is the cheerleading coach for Wilcox County, so he drives the bus. So he was able to attend that game.
Right.
It was a tournament, and it was really close. They should have won that game, he said. So they should be undefeated. They kind of give that game away in the closing minutes. But, yeah, they got an outstanding football team. They're going to be competing for a state championship, I feel like.
Wow.
This will be a big test for Telfair, and hope Telfair can keep it close. No turnovers.
Right.
Just basic stuff. Cut down on the turnovers. Make your free throws, and fire the boards.
Absolutely.
Hit the boards as hard as you can. So.
Well, John, we really appreciate you joining us here in between the ball games. And again, you're welcome anytime during this game. Pick up the headsets if you want to. And glad to have you. And also, we invite you for halftime. So again, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. And again, Jacob, as we get ready, we appreciate you, John. So please feel free to join in anytime. And again, Jacob, as we get ready to get started here, I think we've got quite a crowd gathered here for this afternoon's ball game.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. And, we were talking about a while ago with John was saying that they had also beaten Dodge County as well. For what it's worth, Dodge County's been very talented in basketball for a long time.
They have, and so when you see that, that's incredible.
Especially with that girls program as well. I've actually noticed for a couple of times, I know for sure, is that the Dodge County girls have topped triple digits before multiple times.
That's incredible, especially on high school level, to do it not just once, but more than once, as you said. This should be a great ball game, and again, in a way, it's kind of a David versus Goliath type of matchup, Jacob, the way it sounds.
Yeah, you're right. Exactly.
Again, the Telfair boys are now being introduced on the court. We're just moments away from another time of basketball action. And Jacob, I've got my roster if you need yours. And again, we'll be all set up and all. Again, we want to thank John Marshall for joining us. And again, more than welcome to come join us at any time during the game with any comments. John, we're glad to have you. Sponsors for this second game are Telfair County Chamber of Commerce, M&C Bank, Deeper Deeper Cleaning, Bank of Lumber City, and Telfair County Bank, Telfair County Rec Department, and the Telfair County Middle School. If we look at our starting lineups here, we're going to try to get those for you in just a second for the Telfair County Trojans. Let's see. I missed one, that's fine. All right, Wilcox County with the ball, and again starting with Telfair Trojans have number 3, DeQuavion Young, number 4, Kyron Butler, number 10, Ernest McNeil, number 11, Wilcox Strike First Blood, number 11, Javier Collins, and number 30, Rashad Johnson. Trojans down 2-0 as we get this ball game underway. In Wilcox County, again, has some very athletic players in the middle there, number 32 especially. Looks like he's clogging up the middle. Telfair Trojans, again, looking to work the ball a little bit to a best shot. Outside shot by number 30. Nice rebound by number 4 for the Trojans. Wasn't quite able to get it. Shot missed by Rashad Johnson. Here comes Wilcox County up the floor. Number 11 with a long 3, in and out. Nice rebound by Butler. Again, number 11 for the Trojans. Collins brings it up, J.J. Collins. Ball again goes through, and again back to Wilcox County. Just joining us 2-0. You missed a great game by the Lady Trojan girls just a little while ago. Lady Trojan won by about 19, but it was a struggle up until the fourth quarter, Jacob.
Oh, without a doubt it was. It was pretty much a dogfight all the way up to that, by halfway through the fourth quarter as well. Then we finally started to be able to pull it away.
Absolutely. Again, number 25, pass it in. Looks like Wilcox trying to work it in. And outside, number 12, shot misses. Number 32 powers his way inside. Again, there he goes again. Not quite able to make it. Good job by Butler. Again, number 4, Kyron Butler, again, trying to get it. Draws the foul from number 25. It's kind of loud. Again, here comes Javier Collins, number 11, with a long shot. It scores. 3 points by Javier. 3-2 Trojan lead here early. There we go in quarter number 1. That was a little better. I think something happened with it. Number 32 up and shoots, scores, makes it 4-3. Again, Trojans bringing it up, a little press by Wilcox. Nice cross-court pass to Butler, number 4, who's working towards the inside, brings it back out to Collins. Collins again, top of the key, thinking about it, passes it down low to number 10, McNeil. McNeil back out to Collins. Again, Trojans again trying to set the play. Collins goes down the lane and shoots, misses it. Rebound by big number 32, Dames, for Wilcox County. Again, Trojan defense trying again to see what they can do to slow this Wilcox County group down. Again, Wilcox County taking their time, working the ball in. Trojans again trying to man up on each of the players. Again, number 3, DeQuavion Young trying to again follow the ball. Again, he goes in, puts his hand in, and it looks like Huffy was able to draw the travel. And again, the action must be getting kind of hot. Old Jacobs taking that jacket off. I don't blame him. Getting a little warm in here. Again, number 11, Javier Collins with the ball. Takes the 3, in and out. Rebound by the Trojans, blocked. Again, Ernest McNeil went up and blocked by, again, Wilcox County. Wilcox with a 4-3 lead. We're about 2 minutes into the ball game. 4 minutes, 32 seconds left here in quarter number 1. Ball goes over to Wilcox County. Patriots again with a slim 1-point lead with the ball. Again, number 15, Cameron Patterson with it. Patterson again. Passes it to number 25, Butler, with a nice defensive play on there, Jacob.
Oh, yeah, that was a great job by him. I'm not even sure really what he did. I guess he was just basically...
He kind of didn't give him a chance to move, and he put the ball on the outside part. Yeah. On the out of bounds. Again, number 3, Young thinking about it. And it goes in. So with that, Trojans off to a 6-4 lead. Wilcox County number 11 off. Butler with the rebound. Again, that was Jordan Brown on the shot. Here comes Javier Collins. Rushed it up, number 3. Whoa, Quavion Young with a 3-pointer makes it 9-4 Trojans early. This Wilcox team dangerous. Number 15 left wide open under the basket. Cameron Patterson with 2 points on that. Again, here come the Trojans, 9-6 lead, halfway point of the first quarter. Collins again passes it off. Again, number 3. Again, Young thinking about it. Tries to dish it, dishes it underneath to Butler. He gets it in. First 2 points for Butler. 11-6 Trojans. Again, looks like there was a foul called on number 3, I believe it is, Young. One-on-one situation here. Wilcox County up to the line, number 11, Jordan Brown, with a chance to cut into this early Trojan lead, and he does. Jordan Brown with his first points of the night. One more shot. And he makes both free throws. So Trojans, he's 11-8 here. Ball knocked off of number 15. Again for Wilcox County, Jordan, Howard, and Patterson are back there trying to put a little press on the Trojans. Kicks the ball out of bounds. Looks like Jacob, the field goal was good.
I guess it split the uprights.
There you go. It split the uprights. Trojan ball here. Bringing in from sideline in front of the Trojan bench. Again, Young with the ball. Somehow gets the ball out. Number 30 barely stays in bounds. Nice pass to Butler, who's almost mugged, but almost makes the shot. Again, number 30. Again, the Trojans trying to crash the boards. Number 30, Johnson, not quite able to make it. Here comes Wilcox on a 2-on-1 break. And they make the shot. 11-10. I tell you what, Wilcox County, Jacob, showing some of that speed here.
Oh, without a doubt.
Defensively doing an incredible job slowing down these Trojans. Number 30, Johnson, brings it up with 2:28. Looking to work his way inside. Again, Young passed it inside to Butler. And so far, right now, even though Wilcox has the big men, the Trojans have been able to work a couple of shots inside, Jacob.
Yeah, they sure have, and I'm very impressed of them actually using the speed that they have to get inside that defender and actually get right up under the basket.
2 points made by Wilcox, 13-12, a minute 58. Javier Collins with it. Ball gets it. Looks like it got loose from him. Here comes Wilcox shooting the three. He misses it, but the rebound by number 25, Desmond Tisdall. Timeout, Trojans. As you could probably tell in the background, a lot of people here there, Jacob.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. We've got a very impressive crowd here.
Very enthusiastic crowd here. John, just for a second, if you don't mind, your assessment of what's kind of taking place here in the first couple of minutes.
Well, from what I hear about Wilcox, they got a lot of depth, but they really haven't had, anybody come off the bench. They're pretty much still playing their starters, and they are kind of playing. They want an up-tempo type basketball game is what they're kind of pushing the ball up the floor and really kind of trying to put the heat on Wilcox. Telfair. So Telfair's holding their own, though. They're playing toe-to-toe. How long are they going to continue? That's the question.
Great point there, John. Excellent point. Number 10 for the Trojans goes to the hole and gets it. That's Ernest McNeil with his first two of the night. And again, John brings up a good point about depth and how that might or might not affect things, Jacob.
Yeah, he does make a good point.
Steal almost by Young. 3-pointer from the side end, made it by Wilcox. And that was number 14, I believe it was. Trojans desperately trying to get it in. Ball stolen by number 25. Oh, what a move by Tisdall. Just incredible speed. Trojans again desperately trying to get the ball up over the center court. Collins with it. Works it inside to number 10. Just cannot quite make it into Butler. Nice job on breaking that press. Trojans hanging in 19-17, 46 seconds. Did not get back on defense, and just like that, Wilcox takes the two, 21-17.
Mr. D, I'm actually very impressed with Tisdall here. He's a very big but physical kid and knows how to shoot.
Absolutely. And y'all, I don't know how y'all feel, but I'm getting tired. It's like a track meet out there.
It sure is.
Foul on number, looks like 23 or 25 possibly. Trojans again be at the line, 21-17. Trojans holding their own here against this high-powered Wilcox team. First free throw missed by Butler. Relatively low foul type of game so far, neither team with too many fouls. Misses both of them. Butler gets his own rebound, but unfortunately not quite able to put it up. Wilcox County trying to get the ball up, and again, there's a timeout by the Wilcox bench. Good timeout by the coach, otherwise we could have had a turnover. 21-17, Telfair losing by just 4, pardon me. Again, so far for the Trojans, we've had DeQuavion Young with a couple of threes, Javier Collins with a 3, and again, 6 points it looks like by Butler and 2 by McNeil. So again, we're trying to spread it out just a little bit here as the Trojans again try to stay close to this high-powered Wilcox team. 22 seconds left in the first quarter. Glad you're with us on Deep Productions as Wilcox County Patriots have a 4-point lead over the Trojans, 21-17. Again, Wilcox with the ball. trying to work it in for that last shot with 15 seconds left and counting. Ball's into the big man, number 25, Tisdale. Down to 6 seconds, and 11 tries to get the offense. Ball gets away from him. Nice job by the Trojans. 2 seconds, 1 second, and again they do a great job, Jacob, on defense.
Oh yeah, without a doubt, that right there was that was pretty much a smart play to go ahead and end that quarter by just slapping the ball out of bounds.
21-17, Trojans down by 4 as we get ready for period number 2. Want to thank our sponsors, the Telfair County Chamber of Commerce, Merchants and Citizens Bank, Deep and Deeper Cleaning, the Bank of Lumber City and Telfair County Bank, the Telfair County Recreation Department, and Telfair County Middle School. Thanks to all of them for their support of Deep Productions. If you would like to become a member, a sponsor, please feel free to call the CEO, Patty Deep, at 229-315-2568, or myself, Tim Deep, 229-315-2569, and we'll let you know our prices, which are extremely competitive and very, very well priced.
Oh, yeah.
So, again, we look forward to it. Jacob, again, we were talking with John a moment ago. Your assessment as we're into the second quarter, what Telfair needs to do to stay in this ball game?
I mean, right now, this is a very fast tempo game. Telfair pretty much right now is just tasked with being able to try to keep up with the faster team right now. Wilcox is outpacing them right now. So right now, they've got to be able to make those baskets once they get within 5-6 feet of the basket where he just was a while ago. Those easy layups, you got to be able to sink those.
Exactly. Again, big block by Wilcox County, but Trojans respond and come in so close. Butler over the back, I'm afraid. Again, Kyron Butler, again, like I say, doing a good job on the boards, trying to compete with those big men of Wilcox. 4-point lead for Wilcox. 7 minutes, 31 seconds left as we go into the second quarter. Long three. Number 11, that was Jordan Brown. Telfair Trojans again need to bring the ball up, take their time. Let's see if we can work our way in. Javier Collins again into the corner to number 30. And that was Rashad Johnson who answered the three with a three. 24-20. Trojans hanging tough. Nice job by Butler on the defensive end. Ball's gotten by Ernest McNeil back to Collins. Collins brings the ball up. Again, number 3, Young, working away. Tries a long three, just misses it. Ball's hit out to Javier Collins, who goes to the hole, and I believe he is fouled. And John looking at number 11 for Telfair going. It looked like he hit a brick wall there going in.
Yeah, Desmond Tisdale is really if you look up power forward in the dictionary, is a picture of him right there. He is a monster.
Now, did some of these for Wilcox play on the football team? Because they sure look muscular.
Most of them do. Yeah, actually, most of these are football players that crossed over into the basketball season.
I tell you. And again, not to take anything away from Telfair, but those are some. That was just like running into a brick wall just then. 24-21, Trojans down only by 3. Collins just misses the free throw. We're one possession down, Jacob.
You know, honestly, right now, Mr. Deep, what the Trojans need to do is to try to, well, right now, especially with them being 6 points down, don't automatically result to the 3. I know you want to catch them, but what you need to do is try to draw some fouls, be able to actually get inside the arc, get those easy twos, and just basically chip away at that lead.
You know, and I agree with you. It's kind of like we saw with the girls, and I see it with Coach Moore. No, don't panic. And again, Coach Moore's doing a great job keeping the boys grounded here and keeping them in this ball game. Javier Collins to Young. Young again tried to drive it. Clean block by Wilcox County. Telfair boys get back on defense very quickly. Nice job again by Butler. Oh, again, number 3, DeQuavion Young went 48 feet in the air. Again, a little bit of talking down underneath the goal, looked like. And again, I know that the refs are taking Really strict view on that, keeping everybody under control here. Again, pass is intercepted by Johnson. Nice job getting it to the hole. With 3 Trojans creeping back in it. Number 11 for the 3. Nothing but net. And that was Jordan Brown. I'm like you though, Jacob. They got to just take their time and be patient. Ball stolen by number 11 for the 3.
My Lord, this kid, that was just showing off, you know.
He is. I mean, he's feeling it. There's no doubt. Did they count the 3 on that one, guys?
I believe he did get credit for it.
Yeah. So, again, they did call a foul on number 10 for us, Ernest McNeil. And so, again, I assume that looks like a 1-shot, possibly 2-shot opportunity. Let's take a look here. What's going on?
Can I say something to him?
Yes, please, John.
This is kind of playing into the hands of Wilcox County as this goes along. It's getting a little bit out of hand. The referees really need to step in here and get control of this football game, because if he starts going up and down the court, that plays in the hands of Wilcox. Now, don't say, that Telfair doesn't have athletes, because they do.
Right.
They really need to slow the momentum down for this Wilcox team and really play a little bit more half court and, just calm it down.
Exactly. In other words, set up the plays and don't try to get into a track meet.
Street ball plays in the hands of Wilcox. So.
Absolutely. And you're seeing that right now.
Yes, I am. Seeing the momentum change. Telfair's playing hard, though. I'm not taking anything away from their effort.
Absolutely. 31-23. Trojans down, and again, Wilcox with the ball, trying to build a double-digit lead. And again, nice rebound by Johnson. And again, they're slowing it down, just like John said. Let's see if they can set up a half-court game here. Again, Javier Collins trying to pass it, going for the long 3. Johnson missed it. And again, one and done on that particular shot, Jacob.
He's just going to pull up and shoot again.
And again, that number 11 again for them, Jordan Brown. He's had 1, 2, 3. Looks like 3 or 4 threes so far.
It's honestly got to the point to where when they get in the ball, he's going to stop at the arc right here and try to shoot a 3, because he wants to extend that lead as far as he can.
Exactly. Again, foul on the Trojans at that point. 4 minutes, 41 seconds left. We hope you're enjoying this as much at home as we are here. Great crowd here, and again, a lot of action here in this ball game between Wilcox and Telfair. 31-23, Trojans down by 8. At the free throw line, number 32, Deans, who makes the first free throw. And again, one of the things, we're so glad we have so many people from Wilcox and Telfair that are watching. But please keep your comments positive. These are high school kids that are playing. We want to keep everybody, have a positive. We'd hate to have to shut down the comments. So again, thanks for all the positive remarks and enjoy the ball game. Again, number 11, Collins, Javier with it, gives it off to number 12, who's in the game for the first time, Jalen Clemens. Again, gives it off to number 20 for the Trojans, Jerry O'Cone. Didn't quite make it. Here comes Wilcox, again, number 11 with the ball. Good ball handler. Again, back to number 11. He takes it out. That's Jordan Brown. Tries to work it inside. Does a good job of that. Again, 32 for the shot on the outside. Makes it. And again, that's Deans again with the score. 34-23. Trojans down by 11 here in the first half. 4 minutes coming up on the first half. Again, pass is inbounds. Again, number 3 for Trojans, Young. Young again back to Johnson. Johnson drives to the hole and makes it. And again, Jacob, Rashad Johnson, and then Kyron Butler have done a real good job trying to work the inside as they can for the Trojans.
Yeah, they sure have. Just right now, you can just tell, like John said, Telfair's putting up a huge effort. But, they're 9 points down.
Yeah, but with the ball, here comes Jalen Clemens. Number 3 with a shot, and he makes it. Oh, my gosh. And that deficit's now down to 6. Trojans hanging around. 3 minutes left here in the first half. Again, Wilcox slowing it down, setting up their offense. Number 11, Brown, pass it inside. Nice assist by number 11, Brown, to number 15, Patterson. Here comes Clemens again, bringing it up for the Trojans. Long three off. Nice rebound by Collins. Good job of bringing it out. Again, Trojans again. Young for the shot, misses it. Rebound again by number 11. Again, goes past the whole button. The follow-up, missed by Wilcox. Jalen Clemens with it. Collins for the shot. Brings the three.
Now down to 5.
36-31. Trojans down by 5. Again, after that 12-point lead, 11-point lead by Wilcox, we've cut it to 5. Again, number 11, Brown for the three. Nothing but net. 39-31. And again, you know, guys, we were looking at the start of the game at the big men for Wilcox County. But, y'all, this kid, Jordan Brown, has really put on a show.
Yeah, he's the catalyst, no doubt, for Wilcox. And he has really done a good job distributing, but he's really made his outside shooting has just been, they got to get a man out there on him and at least get somebody in his face.
Absolutely. And again, you know, one of the things Jacob John said, I think, that helped Telfair cut the deficit to 5 until that last three is we started setting up a little bit on the half court.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I mean, to play some good defense, you've got to try to shut them down. You've got to cut the court in half, just like he said.
Absolutely. Well, we have 2 minutes, 5 seconds left here in the half. We still got a good shot at this ball game, just down by 8. Trojans again going to go try to work it on a half court. Again, Jalen Collins was in there, and again, number 30, Rashad Johnson with the ball. Looks like number 11 for the Trojans. Nope, number 11 for Wilcox must have pushed off a little bit. Couple of changes coming in for Wilcox. Number 32 comes out, get a little breath. Xavier Deans. Quavion Young with the ball, gives it up to Jalen Collins, and again, apparently, something happens and correction on that. That was Jalen Clemens, not Collins. 1 minute, 52 seconds left here in the first half. And again, both teams are not in the bonus yet, but they're getting close to it. Number 11, Jordan Brown, coming up with 1 minute 45, has really slowed it down. Now he looks to get the offense set. Number 34, Wilcox with the ball, tries a shot, misses it. Trojans try to bring it down very quickly. Jalen Clemens tried to get the ball back, wasn't able to. A long three. And again, that Jordan Brown loves that three-point shot. 1:22 left. Number 12 with the shot for Wilcox, misses it. Number 14 shoots it, brings it out. Number 12, Young with it, gets it back out to Brown. Brown slows things down. We're approaching 1 minute left here in the first half. Trojans trying to keep the score an 8-point deficit here and get the ball back. Number 14 with a shot, partially blocked by number 3, Young. Trojans again up with the ball, 50 seconds left. Slowing it down, Jalen Collins with the ball, Clemens with the ball. Dishes it off and almost makes the shot. And again, that was, I believe, number 20, Jeriel Cone. If he could have made that shot, guys, with the shot, with the foul on that, that would have really cut the deficit.
Oh, yeah, you're exactly right.
All right, Jeriel Cone again, trying to get his first points of the afternoon. Again, if you're just joining us, it's 39-31 Wilcox with 40 seconds left here in the first half. Again, Wilcox substituting, bringing back number 15, Cameron Patterson, for the last part of the first half. Second shot by Cone, just off. Again, with 39, 38 seconds, Jacob, does Wilcox try to play for the final shot here?
Well, just by judging on Brown's pace here, it looks like he's just going to try to kill some clock.
Again, playing a little keep away here between him and number 15, again, Patterson. Again, Jordan Brown trying to stretch it out. Trojans steal the ball from him. Again, they bring it up and miss the shot. Johnson just barely misses a nice lay-in. Pass and stop. We got 4-point swing there. Trojans have 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Midcourt. Ooh. And just like that, here at the end of the first half, Trojans down 41-31. Again, just a couple of impressions. I think all of us would say probably one of the dominating players for Wilcox was Jordan Brown.
Yeah, without a doubt. For Wilcox, yeah. And, of course, you got the big number 25 as well.
Exactly. Let me see what his number. Yeah, there's the Tisdale kid. Great job by both those guys. For the Trojans, what we're looking at again, point-wise, DeQuavian Young did well. I think if you look at the Trojans, I think Butler played a pretty good game on the inside to start with, Jacob.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. I mean, especially on that inside part. I mean, he did a good job of actually staying on that inside. But the Trojans right now just basically have got to make some sort of adjustment. They were able to get an early lead. That early lead disappeared quick.
Absolutely. Hey, John, I kind of like to bring you in here. I think you made a couple of great points during that first half. That Telfair, if they want to stay in, they cannot play the street ball.
No, and I'd like to first say Jalen Clemens came on and really made an impact there off the bench for Telfair. Give them a little bit of depth there. And I counted 6 players for Wilcox off the bench there in the first half. And again, their depth is just unmatchable. So you need some quality minutes from your bench if you're Telfair. And Jalen Clemens came in and give that. And you didn't really lose any momentum when he came off the bench and just kind of held pace there with Wilcox. But, yeah, I think you're happy if you're Telfair down 41-31 at half, and, you're still in the basketball game. You just got to make some adjustments, like, first of all, get somebody in Brown's face and not give him so many open looks from the perimeter. And, make him drive and dish, and he's certainly got weapons, but I'd take the basketball out of his hands as much as I could.
Absolutely, and that, Jacob, as we get ready, in a minute for the second half, and again, we'll hit a couple of other topics here of interest. Your keys to the second half, you think?
I mean, he's pretty much going to piggyback with Johns. I mean, you got to try to control Tisdale some. Tisdale pretty much is going to kill you inside the arc. Really, he's going to kill you right there at the paint and getting those easy layups as well, going up blocking shots, and also getting some easy rebounds as well. And like he said, get somebody in Jordan Brown's face, because if you leave him alone out there beyond that arc there, I mean, getting toward the end of the first half, he got to where he was hitting 2, 3, 4 threes in a row, and he got to where he wanted to do it more and more. And every time they got the ball to him, he deliberately stopped right there, threw it up, and actually sunk it time after time. So get somebody on him, put some pressure on him, make him want to try to drive in and try to get an easy 2 instead of staying outside.
Absolutely. And again, when you take a look at it, I think, too, Jordan Brown, again, not only has had a good first half, just not only shooting and dishing it off, but, I think for a little while there, he got into the psyche of some of the Telfair players.
Yeah, I agree. And I think you can see the strategy of the coach for Telfair was to basically make Brown beat you. I mean, they kept everybody back in the paint and really tried to control Tisdale. And they got some monsters underneath. Wilcox has got some athletes. So just kind of pick your poison.
Yep.
And, it'll be interesting to see how they change and adjust in the second half. But you definitely think Brown, is not going to stay this hot forever.
That was just incredible. I think Patty had a word for us or whatever. We have so far what? I can't read where we at. Right now, and again, we appreciate it. So far, guys, for this game, 642 people have been reached. And again, that's on the Telfair Wilcox side. And people, I know we laugh, but a few folks have folks in other states that are probably watching. So we are so glad to have them aboard. Guys, y'all know that, again, well, hang on, I got something else from the CEO. Okay, yeah, and earlier today we did broadcast middle school games for Telfair. They had their 8th grade recognition. If you go on Facebook, you'll be able to see that. And if you want to go to the recognition and then fast forward, though I wouldn't advise that. You want to watch a ball game. You go to the 1 hour mark, and again, I think you can pick it up. Guys, I know we've hit the college game a little bit. We've got some NFL action going on even as we speak. I haven't had a chance to update the scores or anything, but just kind of curious as to y'all's take on the playoffs and what's going on. Jacob, I'll start with you for just a minute. We talked a little bit earlier about Kansas City and the Colts, and as I understand it from you earlier, there was a little bit of snow that way. Is that right?
Oh, yeah, out there at Arrowhead Stadium, it was beginning to get white. It was beginning to get white on the ground out there, and I think Patrick Mahomes, he's getting his first playoff start tonight with the, what is he, a second-year quarterback?
Yep, second year.
Second-year quarterback. He's pretty much become the face of Kansas City out there.
Well, and my upset special is just going straight to the wayside. My upset special was the Colts over Kansas City because Kansas City hadn't won a playoff game out there in about 20 years. I'm afraid my playoff, it looks like the score, what do we got, John, 24-7?
Yeah, 24-7.
Kansas City at the half, and so again, unless the Colts, really come back, there goes my upset special, guys.
But of course, I love Andy Reid, and
I do too.
I love Andy Reid, and I love Patrick Mahomes. They're a great football team. I love Travis Kelce as well. There's a lot of people that are beginning to put Travis Kelce above Rob Gronkowski as one of the best tight ends in the NFL, and that's not stretching it, if you ask me.
Oh, I agree. Hey, guys, just a quick question on this. You mentioned Gronkowski. Let's shoot to tomorrow afternoon's game between the Chargers and the Patriots. For the Patriots, an 11-5 season is a bad season, some of these fans are saying. Are the Patriots dropping off, or can we expect them to win at Foxborough tomorrow?
Until they lose, I guess you got to expect them to win. I mean, they got to be the favorites. I mean, they're consistently, as long as Bill Belichick still got a breath, they're going to be tough.
Yeah, I was going to say, as long as Bill Belichick's there and as long as Tom Brady is the quarterback, you pretty much got to go with the Patriots. I think that best I can remember, I believe that they are the only team in the NFL who has not lost at home this year. So,
wow.
So right now, the consensus pick is going to have to be the Patriots, but I do believe that the Chargers are going to actually give them a fit.
I would love to see, for Phillip Rivers' sake, he's been a good, consistent quarterback throughout his career, never has made it to the big one. I'd love for us to see them go into the AFC Championship game. I don't know that that's going to work. Melvin Gordon, a good running back. And the defense, I always want to call them San Diego, but for the Los Angeles Chargers, the defense has really improved this year from the past. Kicking game has gotten a little bit better. So this should be kind of an interesting matchup tomorrow. I wouldn't be surprised to see it being a close game. I'm like y'all. I'll probably give the edge a little bit. I'll probably give the edge to New England. But, of course, when you look at it, you never know what can happen in these ball games.
You can't help but pull for Phillip Rivers. He's a class act. He's a role model. He doesn't even cuss. The guy is just a saint, and he has not got the recognition of some of the other quarterbacks because he hasn't yet to really play in the big game. So this could be his year. You can't help but pull for San Diego, especially against New England.
Exactly. And guys, correct me if I'm wrong. Was Phillip Rivers, he was drafted in the same year Eli Manning was. Is that correct?
Yeah.
And so, again, when you take a look at that, Manning has his too. And, of course, I'd love to see Rivers from that class come. And I believe that was a pretty good quarterback class because was Roethlisberger in that year as well.
Wow.
I think so. And, I say this in pure comedy is that Phillip Rivers, I honestly want to see him win that Super Bowl and actually get his little Super Bowl bonus because he's got another kid on the way and he's got to keep
now he's got a pretty big family.
He's got a pretty big family. He's got to keep supplying for the kids. That's his 9th kid on the way.
He's gonna need. Wow. Well, he's gonna definitely need some money for diapers in college.
Yeah,
getting that whole right. Guys, on the NFC side, we have about a minute here left. You got the Cowboys and the Rams tonight. Is that Cowboy defense good enough to slow down that vaunted offense of the Los Angeles Rams?
Well, John, you want to take that one first?
Well, I mean, the second half they really came on and really played good defensively, and they're still going to lean on the offense, no doubt. But the defense has really stepped up. They got some pass rushers, and the linebacker core has just all of a sudden got too much depth, and they even got room for all these players at the linebacker position on the field. So, yeah, I think that definitely Dallas is going to make that game competitive and going to stay in it probably for 4 quarters. So
I think it's going to be a great one, too. Jacob, looking at tomorrow's matchup, New Orleans and Philadelphia. New Orleans is, I mean, you're playing the Super Bowl champs, but they're the prohibitive favorites.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, and plus you look at it, I mean, it's kind of like the Phillip Rivers situation. Who doesn't love Drew Brees?
I mean, really.
I mean, honestly, the guy is incredible. He's an awesome quarterback. I mean, especially later on in the year, he got the Saints really rolling. And actually, I do believe that the Saints are like you said, they're the favorite. But there's something about what they call Saint Nick. Saint Nick during the playoff, he's got that playoff touch. So I mean, actually, 4 quarters of some hard-nosed football, and it's kind of hard to predict the winner out of that.
And I don't think, last comment, I don't think that Philadelphia will lose 48-7 like they did earlier this year. I think it's going to be. Guys, we're back here, 41-31, Wilcox County with the lead as we start quarter number 3. And again, for the Trojans, again, kind of an inauspicious start. Again, J.J. Collins, again, kind of looked like there was a wet spot on the floor, kind of slipped. They send the ball back. So, again, it's going to be Wilcox's ball. 7:54. Again, we'll like to see what type of adjustments that maybe Trojans and Wilcox both have made as we go into quarter number 3. Thanks to almost 700 people watching or viewing this ball game today. And again, thank you for being such great supporters of Telfair County Athletics and Deep Production. Again, Wilcox County passing the ball around, doing some great ball movement here in the first possession. Shot was made by number 25, missed. Rebound by number 10 for the Trojans. Again, Ernest McNeil. Butler with the ball and on low, tries to pass it cross court over to Johnson. Johnson takes the shot and makes it. And so Rashad Johnson leading what the Trojans hope will be a comeback down to single digits. 41-34, Trojans down by 7. Wilcox County working the ball towards the end. Number 11 looks like Jordan Brown. Oh, excuse me, number 14. I couldn't read the number. Howard to the hole with it. 9-point deficit for your Trojans. Again, number 10, McNeil just misses the shot. Rebound, of course, by the Wilcox County. Again, number 11, Brown with it. Thinking, but he didn't do it. He worked it inside. Number 32 with the shot and in and out. Trojans with a chance to cut this deficit back down to 7 or less. Butler with it. Collins with a 3-pointer just off. Wilcox with the rebound. Jordan brings it up quickly. Dishes it off to number 12. Just misses Young, a little bit cold, but they get their own rebound, number 32 for Wilcox. Again, Butler with the rebound for the Trojans. And again, the Trojans hanging in there here. Number 11, J.J. Collins, he dishes it off. Shot was a little bit off by number 3, the Quavion Young. Again, shot just missed. Trojan ball. Again, we're hanging around, Jacob.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. I mean, right now, nobody has scored in the past 2 or 3 possessions. Right now, the defense seems to be holding strong.
Absolutely. Here come the Trojans trying to dish it off. Butler with the ball. Butler back out to Johnson for a 3. Just off. Again, ball takes a fortuitous roll to the Trojans. Again, Collins back with the ball from a pass by Young. Collins looking, trying to work his way in. Dishes it off again to Young. Young down low to Collins. .2 points again, so we're down by 7. My mathematical skills are not always the best. Correct me if I'm wrong there, Jacob. A long three, just off. Again, rebound by Wilcox. Another three, off. Ball goes back to the Trojans. And again, Jordan Brown, I missed the last couple. Let's still hope he doesn't get hot again. Trojans again coming to the middle. Collins penetrates, and the ball doesn't quite go in, but that goes Butler with the rebound. Trojans have got this thing down to 5, 43-38. 4 minutes, 22 seconds left in quarter number 3. Again, Coach Moore barking out some defensive signals to the Trojans. Shot was missed by number 32. Again, Trojans with the rebound. Number 4, Butler gets it out very quickly to Young. Young looking for Collins, and he barely does not get it in.
Telfair really doing a great job this half on the boards. They've really turned it around, and defensively, they've really put a lot of pressure on Wilcox now by limiting them to just one to two shots, per possession. So
excellent point, John. Again, like I say, right now the adjustments against Trojans have cut the lead to 5. Pass it inside, and again, I think over the back by Butler. Yep, and that was a foul from him. Number 12, Jalen Clemens, who John mentioned as one of the subs coming in earlier, comes in. Collins comes out. Take a breather. Collins did a good job. It looks like we have another substitute. Be getting ready in just a moment. Wilcox throws it in, almost stolen by the Trojans. Bodies go flying everywhere, and somehow a 3 is made, and all that by Wilcox. 8-point lead by Wilcox. Clemens brings the ball up to Young. Young working it out, trying to find a play that he can get to work. Oh, and the ball gets away from number 30, Johnson. So again, it goes back over to Wilcox. Trojans down by 8, 46-38. Had a short run, cut it down to 5. Now it's down to back up to 8. Number 22, Jaquez King, comes into the ball game for the Trojans. Wilcox County boys, number 11, Brown, trying to set the pace. They're working them inside, and again, number 15 for Wilcox works it back in the number 14. That would be Howard with the ball, I believe. Yep. Goes up, misses. Another rebound, though, again by number 25, I believe it is. Tisdale, he's had a big game as well. Number 10 for the Trojans with it. The ball knocked away. Trojans looking for the outside shot. Got to slow it down, but again, worked it underneath. Oh, my gosh. Jacob, did you see that shot by Jaquez King?
Oh, yeah, that right there was just an amazing piece of handwork there. Being able to switch those hands and actually come under the basket and be able to get it in.
Again, Wilcox answers. Trojans back down by 10, which was what it was at the half. 2 minutes, 22 seconds left in period number 3. Again, passed by Clemens. He misanticipated, I believe. Again, up and shoot, scores. Again, Wilcox up by 12. Trojans need to just kind of settle down a little bit. Go back to what was working at the beginning of this half. Clemens with the ball, throws it, number 30. Johnson for the 3. That's the third 3 for Rashad Johnson. Brings it back down to a 9-point deficit. We're under 2 minutes left here in quarter number 3. Trojans again need to get a stop here. Desperately need a stop in quarter number 3. And they just about got it. They do. Number 22, King with the ball. Gets it to Clemens. Clemens trying to go to the hole. Brings it up. Misses it. Nice rebound by King. Yes! 52-45. Trojans down by just 7.
That was a nice piece of teamwork there.
That was excellent, Jacob. Again, Trojans had a free trip to the lane, but again, missed it. Trojans with the ball with a minute left. I'd love to see us try to get a score here. They worked it in and, they call a travel on him. Jacob, I thought he had that particular shot and they call a travel. Did he shuffle the feet a little bit?
I couldn't really tell from where he was standing.
Boy, that's a heartbreak.
Yeah.
Instead of being down by 5, we're down by 7. Time to go back and play a little D with 47 seconds left. Quarter number 3, Trojans desperately trying to hang in. 52-45, Trojans down by 7. Shot missed, and again, Trojans with 30 seconds left. Trying to bring it on up. I'd like to see us. Let's slow it down and try to get that last shot in before the end of the quarter, down to 20 seconds. Again, Trojans again, Young, ball knocked away. He can get it, brings it on back up. Still time, 13 seconds and counting. Trojans again need to go ahead and get set up. We're down to 7 seconds, 6. Clemens trying to clear the lane. He takes the 3. Misses it, and with 1 second left, does not make it. But guys, 52-45, Trojans down by 7, cut the deficit by 3. Let's hit the sponsors real quick and get y'all's assessment. Sponsors for today's game, again, a special thanks to the Telfair County Chamber of Commerce, Merchants and Citizens Bank, Deep and Deeper Cleaning, the Bank of Lumber City and Telfair County Bank, Telfair County Rec Department, and Telfair County Middle School. Hey, John, what do you think going into the fourth quarter as far as how this game is shaping up?
Well, it's shaping up for what Telfair County is trying to do. They're really doing a great job defensively of staying as far as half court goes, and as long as they keep the momentum and keep putting forth the effort that Wilcox is doing, they're going to stay running this basketball. It appears that they're going to be in it to win it. So.
Well, that sounds fantastic. And again, I think you're right because, again, Wilcox has such an incredible record. But again, Telfair has really shown their program is going places and that they're staying right with a really top-ranked team. All right, Jacob, it's 52-45, 7-point deficit for the Trojans. Again, Wilcox trying to work it in a little bit. Trojans again in the zone.
This is really playing into the hands of Telfair right here. Slowing it down.
And again, Trojans trying to play a little defense. Looks like the Wilcox coach is exhorting them to go ahead and run a play. They work it inside. And again, he does not make it, but a rebound. Nope. Out of bounds. John, you're right. So the Trojans could cut this deficit down from 7 to 5, Jacob.
And as of right now, these Trojans, you can tell that they've got a lot more fight in their eyes, especially in this last period. You can tell that they want it now.
The ball goes in. Rashad Johnson again makes this a 5-point game, and again, it's anybody's ball game at this point.
Because Mr. Deep, I want to pose this question. Whenever Wilcox started to really pull out to a really big win, you can see a little bit of deflation in our Trojans' eyes for a little bit. You can see that they really want it back now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And again, they give up the 2 there, so again, 54-47. Got a timeout by Telfair. And again, the score 54-47. Telfair will have the ball when we come back. And again, John, as far as what you're saying, that kind of playing the half-court game by Wilcox kind of allowed Telfair to kind of come back a little bit.
Yeah, I really like that timeout by the coach because that really keeps the momentum from getting away from you for Wilcox. They made a great shot. They're not playing up and down the court like they did in the first half. The momentum slowed down, so Telfair wants to keep the positive asset of the game with Telfair, and they're really overplaying their capability right now. They're playing with one of the top teams in the state, 4th in the state, Wilcox, and they're right there down to the wire.
And again, Jacob, that kind of goes back to what you say. It's almost like, we kind of got down a little bit, and now we're up off the mat, and again, feel like, hey, we really want this ball game.
No doubt.
Jalen Clemens brings the ball up, gets it to Rashad Johnson. Johnson again dishes it off to number 10, Ernest McNeil. The Trojans still with the ball. Again, shot made by the Trojans, missed, but knocked out of bounds by McNeil, number 10. Want to play a little defense here. It's not over by any stretch of the imagination, but let's keep it at 7. 6 minutes, 12 seconds left as we go into the fourth quarter. Trojans down by 7. Wilcox County with the ball, slows it down, trying to set a play. Again, out to the corner, number 32, misses the shot. Looks like there was a push possibly there. So again, Trojan ball. Again, a chance to bring it down to within possibly 5, even 4 if we hit a 3. Jacob, I remember earlier in the game you said the Trojans don't need to worry about so many threes, but to work it and just try to get the scores as you can.
Yeah, and that approach really shouldn't be changed as of right now, because you still got a little bit of time left. I mean, I know it's about halfway gone now, getting close to it. But right now, just try to worry about hitting some easy 2s. If you get to the point where you need a 3 to try to catch up, then worry about it.
Right. And again, I agree with you wholeheartedly on that. You know, Wilcox, again, on defense has kind of backed off on that press a little bit. And so, again, Trojans, like we say, working them close. Again, shot was made, missed. Nice rebound by the Trojans. Clemens trying to bring it up, rush it up the court. Johnson for 3. It should be Young 3, just misses it. Nice rebound by King, up and in. Or McNeil, pardon me. 5-point game with 5 minutes left. It's anybody's. Foul by Young. I think he got a little over anxious, guys.
Yeah, he did.
For those of you at home watching, we hope you're enjoying this game as much as we are. This has been a fantastic game. You got, as John said, the number 4 team in the state, Wilcox, visiting Telfair, and Telfair has given them all they can handle. Long 3. Hey, that hit Jordan Brown. That hurt.
Yeah.
Down by 8. Now they go back to that press that they did earlier that was so effective. And number 30, Rashad Johnson answers. So you're down by 5 still, folks. 4:42 left. Trojans down by 5, hanging right with this team. Number 11, Jordan Brown, gets it off to number 32, the big center. Again, he goes to the hole, does not make the shot, but he does get the free throws. I'm so excited I done thrown my Wilcox roster down somewhere. There it is. Again, Jacob, it looks like for this half, Telfair has 5 total fouls. So we better be careful about putting them in the bonus. What do you think?
Without a doubt. I mean, you don't want to hit that 6th foul.
And 4 will come out of the game. Now, he has 4 fouls now.
So he has 4 on that, and that was, what was the number on the top? 14, Howard?
4.
Number 4.
Throw 4 for Telfair.
Oh, excuse me, number 4, I'm sorry. Kyron Butler, that's a big blow, John.
That takes away some of your boards right there. He's really done a great job in the second half of hitting those boards for Telfair.
He has. All right, both free throws made by Wilcox County, 59-52. Telfair coming up, trying to again establish themselves, see what they can do here as far as getting the ball game back in a little bit closer. Clemens dishes it off. Again, nice inside pass to McNeil. What an assist. 59-54. Let's play some defense here, guys. Get this thing down to 3. Need a stop. Again, Jordan Brown dishes it off back to number 14, Howard. Howard again. Wilcox County dishes it off. Again, and looks like Wilcox went out right up the middle. That's where we're kind of missing Butler just a little bit. Telfair Trojans down by 7. Rashad Johnson, top of the key. Hits it over to Clemens. Clemens, nice little move to work towards the basket. Puts it up, but it just won't drop. 3 minutes, 21 seconds left. Wilcox County works the ball inside, trying to get it to the big man. He misses the shot. Good rebound by McNeil. McNeil to Johnson. Johnson bringing it up. We still have time. He goes for the three. Off. Rebound by Wilcox. They're off to the races, trying to do a little fast break. Does not make it. Trojans just throw it away. 63-54. And a timeout has been taken. Again, Trojans had a chance to get it to within 5. Unfortunately, ball just gets a little loose. John, with 2:51 left, if you're the Trojans, any kind of strategy, what type of thing should we be looking for here? More of a desperation mode at this point?
No, you still got time. That was a devastating turnover right there before the timeout for Telfair, and Wilcox capitalized with an important 2. But no, you just keep doing what you're doing. You got to keep pressure on Brown, and they're doing that. They're hitting the boards. Of course, with number 4 out of the game, not out of the game, but in a foul situation that he is, that hurts. But Telfair is really playing relentless on the boards, and it'd be interesting. We don't have the stats, but I guarantee you, Telfair has had just as many, if not more, defensive rebounds in this second half than Wilcox.
And that is surprising given the height differential and again, the size difference a little bit.
Telfair has definitely got the confidence now as this game's gone along, and they're capable. They just got to have a little bit more breaks here in the final closing minute.
Absolutely. Jacob, your assessment here as we get ready for this last 250.
I mean, right now, John's right. They still got a little bit of time, but right now they just got to actually they got to pick their shots carefully. They don't need to take any. They don't need to rush themselves. They don't need to take any reckless shots.
Exactly. Again, pass intended or again thrown by Clemens, Jalen Clemens. Almost called him Collins again. Again, of course, like I say, didn't quite make it. I'd be curious as to whether or not we're going to try to bring Butler back within the next couple of seconds to try to see if we can kind of come in with 2 minutes left. Again, that Jordan Brown, number 3, that might, I'm not going to say it did it, but down by 12 with 2:28.
And then, of course, you got Brown who just made that 3, use that old phrase from Gomer Pyle, surprise, surprise.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Again, 3-pointer by the Trojans, just missing. Again, saved by number 22, King. Again, Clemens with the ball, trying to work it inside. Rashad Johnson outside. He works it into number 10, McNeil. Again, Johnson again tries for the 2. Gets a nice bounce. We're down by 10. Not out of it yet. 1:53 left.
Definitely got to have some quick scores on offense for Telfair when you get the ball.
Absolutely, John. And again, the shot missed. Okay, again, we get it out. Was there? Looks like there may have been a foul back that way. Yep. Unfortunately, we're not in the bonus at this point. Again, I noticed J.J. Collins is back in the ball game. Javier Collins. And again, I wonder if Javier possibly was he in foul trouble because he's been out for a little while as well.
Oh, he very well could
he
have
was,
been.
I believe. From looking at Chris there, I believe he kind of gave me the agreement. So you're going to bring, looks like you're going to bring Collins back in for this stretch run. We have 98 seconds left, and we're down by 10.
Going to be a tough road for Telfair, no doubt, but they need to make the shots and they need to score as quickly as possible when they have the basketball. But against or not taking anything away from their effort in this game, they really give Wilcox more than they were probably planning on.
Exactly, John. And like I say, I think, Jacob, you had mentioned this too, that over the years, the boys' side of the Telfair basketball program have been a little down, but since Coach Moore has come in, and we've seen it especially over the last couple of years with him, you see this team beginning to develop and to emerge and again to maybe grow that maybe, again, they're getting close to making that leap.
Yeah, you're right. But I've also kind of noticed that this year they seem to have really, as far as overall size of the players too as well, they've looked to have gotten bigger.
They have. They have a nice move on the inside, just could not get it. But you're right. Again, as you have some of these players in the weight program and all, Jacob, you're absolutely right. All right, Wilcox trying to put the nail in the coffin with a three. Did not quite make it. Brown sure did think about shooting it. He works it inside. And again, shot missed, but there is a foul. And it looks like Wilcox is coming up to the line. 1 minute, 5 seconds. Trojans bound by 10. Possibly could be down by 11 or 12 after these free shots. First free throw was good. Trojans down by 11 with 1:05. And he makes the second. 68-56 is your score here as the Telfair Trojans trying to get back into this thing with a minute left. And again, they're going to have to just start shooting. And again, over to Clemens, who shoots, misses, gets his own rebound. Again, looks like the ball, the ref said it did go off of Clemens. So again, it looks like, guys, and barring something incredible, Trojans may go down to a loss, but this has been a really good ball game.
Yeah, you're right. There really has, of course. I mean, there is no doubt that they didn't. You can't say they didn't fight in here.
Absolutely, the effort was there, and again, for a while, it looked like we were just within about 3 minutes ago, we were down by 5, and again, Wilcox has pulled away. Down to 30 seconds as they kind of work it down. Looks like they're content to run some clock down to 25. Got it down low, though. Go up with a shot, and he makes it 70-56 with 14 seconds left. Trojans, again, content to bring it on in, maybe take one final shot. And again, number 22, Jacquez King makes it. 3 seconds to 1. And it looks like Wilcox put the exclamation point on it.
And he caps it off with a dunk.
With a dunk. Well, final score, Trojans down. It looks like they have 70-58, but I believe it was 72. Was it 72? 58 is your final. Guys, I really enjoyed John. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, man. What a pleasure. I think next 72-58. And then Jacob, thank you so much. Jacob has done yeoman's work today. He's covered 2 middle school games and 2 high school ones. Jacob, you still able to get that oxygen in you right now?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm good.
Well, we want to appreciate both of you guys. And again, like we say, Patty, I know that you're ready for us to get off the air here. So before we go, John, any closing thoughts?
No, just something to build off of if you're Telfair County. And I know the coach is going to get them back in the locker room and really applaud them because they did an outstanding job against a very good basketball team in Wilcox.
And Wilcox improves to 15-1. Trojans go to 7-10. But a very good ball game. Jacob, any final thoughts before we ease out here tonight?
Well, no, I mean, my final thoughts basically are just that these Trojans in this boys' game, they put up one heck of a fight. And we could see the building blocks of the guys' program in here personified tonight. And
absolutely. And
just as a whole, I mean, the girls tonight as a whole as well, I mean, they did great. But just the guys' game to me was a little bit more entertaining, if you ask me, because of how big of because of the fight that had to be put up.
Oh, absolutely. And it was a great both games today. Great day of basketball. And again, on behalf of the sponsors, Telfair County Chamber of Commerce, M&C Bank, Deep and Deeper Cleaning, Bank of Lumber City and Telfair County Bank, Telfair Rec Department and Telfair County Middle School. I want to say thanks again to Jacob Harrell for being with me all day, and our special guest, John Marchand. Thanks, guys, so much for being a part of it. And this Tim Deep saying so long from Telfair County High School. We're here final. Telfair County lost today, the boys 72-58, but the girls won today as well. I can't remember the score, but it was by 12. Have a good night.